This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Hello, good morning, welcome to DBL, it's Friday.
Oh my God.
I came off sounding like my mother when I answered the phone. Can you please do It's Friday? Thank you, that's the real opening. Yes. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm Tori here with Erica, who saved me, and Brandon joins us from home looking sharp. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, Tori, but I'm not gardening in the runway good.
Thank you
know
very
what
much.
I mean from your social media.
Thank you very much. I'm starting a new series where I like to keep on the dresses that I rent from the runway here and garden in them after work.
Okay.
So now it's called Garden in the Runway.
Oh.
So it's gardening in designer dresses.
All right.
Follow me, guys. It's not a miss. As we mentioned, it is Friday, and while there certainly are some headlines from Joe Biden's town hall and the president's rally in Wisconsin, we're kind of in a mood here, as you can tell. So we're going to leave all the politics behind today, and instead, can we just talk about that Fast Times at Ridgemont High table read? If you missed it, there were all kinds of big stars, and you've got to see this flirty exchange between exes Jennifer Aniston, who played Linda, and Brad Pitt, who played Brad. Take a look.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Brad.
Dissolve 2 exterior Hamilton Pool, Brad's Daydream. It features Linda Barrett just as she stood on the diving board a moment ago. Her eyes are filled with desire as she says,
Hi, Brad. You know how cute I always thought you were. I think you're so sexy. Will you come to me?
they're just about to fall into passionate love-making when we hear,
Hey, Brad, do you have any cute...
Wait, just a minute.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I did not know anybody was in here.
So, okay, what did you think? Did you think there was chemistry? This is what I had predicted was going to happen. I think we have a clip of what I thought I was going to do the whole time, and it's true. Can we play that real quick? I will say this. When I watch, my eyes are going to be like this, a tennis. What am I doing? You want to know? Jen to Brad, Brad to Jen, Jen to Brad, Brad to Jen.
You're going to see if there's something going on?
I think 1 million people will be watching just them back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I think that's all it is.
So is what you're saying is we'll be talking about this again?
Sorry.
All right, perfect, perfect.
Erica, was there chemistry?
I think that Brad and Jen are very much enjoying this,
yes,
and that they're just playing to the audience in everything that they do.
You don't feel anything real?
No, it seems like the same scene that they had, or like their chemistry in Friends when he guest starred on it. I mean, it's just, it's like Rachel talking to Brad Pitt.
But in real life, they did, they were married. They were in love.
I understand that.
Okay.
That was like 1 million years ago.
That's true.
Let me tell y'all what happens after divorce. You move on. Like that, you move on.
You're breaking my
it's
heart.
great, it's amicable. It should be like that. They should be friendly. They share something together.
Totally.
But that doesn't mean anything.
Ouch, you are killing my buzz. Okay, tell me, Brandon, did you feel anything?
Nah, there was a little chemistry, but there wasn't like that win a date with Brandon type chemistry that was going on there. I'm sorry, Tori.
Thank God for that.
Thank the Lord for that. Too hard to handle, hashtag. All right, moving on from that.
So,
go ahead, please. Keep going. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say sorry to let you down.
Oh, no worries. A lot of people, I want to get your take on this, are also talking about Shia Labeouf. Okay. He took on the classic role of surfer stoner Jeff Spicoli, right, who was originally played by Sean Penn. So here's a look at how Shia played it. Take a look.
Don't just come on. Just come on.
You see the sign?
Can you just come on? Are you just come? Can you just come on? All right.
Okay, so just for reference, here's a look at Sean Penn in the original film. Go ahead.
You guys had shirts on when you came in here.
There's something happened to him, man.
Come on, Spicoli, just put the shirts back on. You see that sign?
No shirt, no shoes, no dice.
Right.
Infinitely better.
Okay.
Brandon takes infinitely funnier. Do it more stoner. Do it more like lighthearted. I feel like Shia took a Stanislavski like method class.
Look, he committed. And that's all about, that's what you do in acting. You commit. And I'm taking acting classes now. The best part about it is like just throwing yourself and just being somebody else. And just, it's like you're kind of looking at yourself through like a lens, through an out-of-body experience. But that whole, they should switch that for the whole, since it's 2020, we got this COVID thing going on. No shirt, no shoes, no dice, no mask, no service.
I thought the same exact thing. Did you think it was good, the acting?
Why was he in his car?
It's because it's like a drive-through, I think. He was trying to, there were a lot of questions about that.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Just he took it on an angry route, and I prefer the more like stoner LA kind of Venice route. That's all.
Okay.
Let us know what you guys think, please. This is riveting.
It truly is.
It's riveting. All right.
It's truly. My favorite part about it was when Brandon gave us the definition of acting.
Fully committed. And good for you.
Behind the scenes, Erica.
Good for you to take
Behind
acting
the
classes.
scenes, I gotta give you guys the real.
Yeah, you're taking
Absolutely.
acting classes.
Jeff Schroeder has inspired me.
Really? Good for you, buddy. Bravo. Can't wait to see you in the new film that you're going to be in. All right, it's a story that just doesn't seem to go away. We've got new details about the prison where Lori Loughlin will serve her time. And let me tell you, it's no Alcatraz. Lori will spend her 2 months at this federal correctional institution satellite camp in Victorville, California. But wait until you hear what activities it offers. Are you ready for this? Do we have music? All right, okay. Yoga, Pilates, origami, music lessons, thank you, cartoon drawing, crochet, leathercraft, and ceramics. Is this fair?
This is so appropriate that she's going to Victorville because she's got to be screaming, victory!
Yeah.
But, I mean, come on. Come on, I would pay to go on a resort trip like this. I mean, to really just be able to have nothing else to concentrate on
and
other than like,
all day?
you know, being in tune with myself. And Pilates, like Pilates is very expensive. What? You just get that for free?
I agree.
They just giving Pilates
And is it like a reformer class? Is it a mat class? That's like amazing. Brandon, did you call this from the beginning that it was never going to be a hardcore? I had hoped, at least she's not at home. At least it's not a COVID situation and she's at home, right?
I still feel like there's still that chance where she is not going to step into that prison. I still feel like that. Her lawyers are going to make one last push, COVID, whatever it is, to keep her at home. But they got me at the crochet. Crochet is undeniably the greatest yard game to play in the history of family barbecues.
That's croquet, not crochet.
Oh, well, that was embarrassing as well.
But I was going to let you go with it because I thought, what if you crocheted your croquet and made a whole, like, crochet croquet? We lost Erica.
Erica is Friday. It's Friday.
I'm like, wait, what is he talking
Wow.
Oh, I know exactly. We're going to go to a new topic for Brandon.
Wow.
A new reality show is boldly going where no reality show has gone before. That's right, space. Space Hero secured a seat on the 2023 mission to the International Space Station. The show will launch a global search for everyday people who just love space. And then they'll just compete for a chance to go to space. So would you watch? Is this smart? Brandon, would you even apply? What is this? Smart? Not smart?
As long as you don't have to crochet as a challenge, then yeah, I'll watch. I'm just waiting to go to commercial so I can go kick myself in the mouth right now.
Brandon, I just missed you so much,
I know,
buddy.
man. I miss him. I miss the group. You can feel it. It's like we need each other.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man. Would you watch this, Erica? Would you also?
Man.
Probably not.
No?
No.
I feel like I would because what if? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, we don't.
And Tori.
Something might happen. That's a big, high-stakes reality show. All you need is high stakes in a reality show, and you have a small capsule. It's like Big Brother, NASA style. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Music started playing. All right. Coming up on DBL, we teach crochet and croquet. No, I'm kidding. It's Fact or Fiction Friday with our medical expert, Dr. Payal Kohli. Don't miss her vital information. And iconic television actress Cheryl Ladd, look how gorgeous she is. The Charlie's Angels star dishes to me on filling Farrah Fawcett's shoes on the hit show. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. It's Fact or Fiction Friday, where we bring on our medical expert to help us debunk or confirm some claims about COVID-19 often spread online. Dr. Payal Kohli joins us live. We're a little punchy today. Sorry about that, Doc. Welcome. All right, our first one says the CDC has released guidelines for coronavirus without adequately reviewing and vetting them. Is that fact or fiction?
This one is actually fact, but I wish I could say that it was fiction because honestly, I'm shocked beyond words to learn this. So, you know, the CDC is the most trusted public health organization that we have during this pandemic. And just this morning, a source inside the CDC told us that the guidelines that they released about asymptomatic testing were not only not written by the CDC, they originated outside the CDC. They were not reviewed by the scientific director, and they were not fact-checked or vetted before they appeared on the website in the dead of the night.
What are they doing?
So, you know, I think this is a real problem.
Yeah,
I mean, the CDC has really, you know, lost credibility because of actions like this.
Wow. Well, our next one says, masks that protect me from coronavirus will also protect me from wildfire smoke. Is that fact or fiction?
So this one is a fiction. So most of the masks that we wear to protect ourselves from the coronavirus, the surgical masks or the cloth masks, unfortunately, the filter size is just not good enough to protect us from the pollutants from wildfire smoke. So really only those N95s work. So we have to try to spend more time indoors, and maybe we can tell Brandon to start doing his crochet indoors instead of outdoors on the lawn.
Man, Dr. Burn. Talk about wildfire. That is good, man. Woo! Gonna text that to Brandon. This is our last one. Even though the United States has the most number of cases of any other country, we have the lowest or low number of deaths. Is that fact or fiction, Doc?
That is fiction. So not only do we have the most number of cases, we have the most number of deaths of any other country in the world. And this is a real tragedy because the United States is arguably the most developed nation in the country. We have the most number of cases, we have the most number of deaths, and the models are saying in just a few weeks we're going to have over 200,000 deaths. And this, in my opinion, really reflects the fact that we have completely mishandled this pandemic at the governmental level.
Wow. I think we have about 4% of the world's population in the United States, and last time I saw we have about 25% of the deaths, which is so unequivalent, it makes no sense. Thank you so much, Doctor. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll be right back. Good burn. Welcome back to DBL. Cheryl Ladd got her big break as a Charlie's Angel, and today she's breaking all the molds, defining what it means to age with optimism. I get to catch up with her earlier in today's Chatting with the Stars. Cheryl Ladd, so excited. Welcome to DBL. I already said your cheekbones could cut open in the morning. They're so gorgeous. I want to ask you how you've been holding up during the pandemic. What has Cheryl Ladd been doing?
It's been a bit trying, I think, for all of us in many ways. I try to stay optimistic. I walk, I exercise, and I do all those things, but that wasn't helping my eyesight. My eyesight was really getting worse and worse and worse. At night, when I was driving, I started feeling really insecure because everything, all the lights were blurry. I couldn't tell how far the cars were away, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, is this what my life is going to be? And it was really making me feel depressed. So I went to the doctor, and he told me I had cataracts. Wow. I thought, yeah, my grandparents had cataracts. I have cataracts? I didn't know anything about cataracts. And he said, not to worry. I had cataract surgery. It has given me my 12-year-old eyesight back.
Wow.
I don't feel old. I feel younger. because I can see everything again.
That's insane. I have to tell you that when I was 11, I started seeing what you seeing, where I couldn't see the lights everywhere. It got really big, it got blurry, and I couldn't eventually see the chalkboard. And when they gave me the glasses, the second you could see again, the confidence inside was almost bigger than being able to see outside. Do you know what I'm saying a little bit?
When you don't have your eyesight, you don't really feel like you're in the world. And there's so many beautiful things to see. And I have to tell you, when I got that first one in, it was like somebody turned a light switch off.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because cataracts, they're like a film, and everything looked kind of sepia and blah, monochromatic looking to me. And when I opened my eye and I could see the world, it was like, wow! It was like stepping into Oz. Everything was in color.
It goes to color. I know. I completely understand. I went outside the glasses store and I saw a leaf, and I was like, I could hear a theme song. Hallelujah.
It's a powerful thing, and I'm so happy to be able to share this with people.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little girls who went to the police academy. But I took them away from all that, and now they work for me. My name is Charlie.
We wanted to know, when you replaced Miss Fawcett, Farrah Fawcett, in Charlie's Angels, which was more intimidating, living up to fans' expectations or to Farrah's hair?
Oh, she had the best hair. Hands down, no question.
Best hair.
She won all the hair contests for sure. She had great hair. I don't know if you know the story, but when I went, Aaron won. I had worked for Aaron a few times and other things, and he wanted me to do it. He said, I want you to replace Farrah. And I said, how is anybody going to do that?
Right.
Nobody can go in and try to be Farrah. That is just not going to work. Aaron's genius was, well, and what if you're Bill's little sister, so you're already family?
Done.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Now I know how to make Chris Monroe. Now I know who she is.
Yeah. You gave her 3 dimensions, which I think most people really appreciate. Cheryl Ladd, it was a big honor to talk with you. Thank you so much for chatting, and thanks for stopping by. We'll be right back.
Promotional
Welcome back to DBL. When it comes to overall happiness, a majority of people say traveling is key. We're chatting about it on today's DBL Drive, sponsored by who, y'all?
Car Shield.
That's right. A new American Express survey says the way we think about travel has changed. So nearly half say they're willing to pay more for a hotel where you can socially distance. And 91% say the ability to travel is most important to their happiness. The report also found more people are traveling to local destinations they never would have normally visited. When it comes to traveling for peace of mind, get an auto protection plan with Car Shield. Car Shield protects their members from the high cost of auto repairs. Call 1-800-505-9619 for a free quote. Yeah, I think I would pay more for a more cleanliness hotel.
Yeah. Whatever you just
Yeah, I would definitely pay more.
Yeah, I think, well, right now it's interesting because there still are some really great deals because they're, obviously the travel industry is trying to get people to travel. So you are getting great deals with more social distancing. I've heard that maybe the service is a little different because they're not offering everything that they would offer before. But like, if you really wanted to stay someplace and you couldn't afford it before, now might be a really good time to check it out.
Try it. And I like the idea of local destinations. Before we go, Brandon, also I want to let you know that tonight is the start of the Jewish New Year. So I want to wish you and Erica and everyone here in the studio and our DBL Nation happy Rosh Hashanah. That's what it's called in Hebrew. And we're going to, the start of the new year, we can put this past one in the rear view mirror because let's face it, it hasn't been great. So what we eat tonight is apples and honey at sundown to give a sweet new year for the harvest and to wish everyone to have a sweeter year than they did the year before.
Nice.
So that is Rosh Hashanah to you, and we say Lashana Tova, which means Happy New Year. So we wish everyone a good night and a good year. And Brandon, we hope you crochet your way into tomorrow. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow on Monday. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Out today on Daily Blast Live.
Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston back together on screen. The flirty moments that have fans dreaming of a real-life romance.
Hi, Brad. You know how cute I always thought you were? I think you're so sexy.
Inside inside Lori Loughlin's upcoming cushy prison stay. Yoga, arts and crafts, music lessons. Is this a punishment or a vacation? The first story from our new series, Freedom Files, Wrongfully Convicted.
She said, this is the man that killed your husband. Wasn't a question, it was a statement.
How one man survived 13 years in prison for a murder he didn't commit.
I had to fight for my freedom, and that's exactly what I did.
And Charlie's Angels actress Cheryl Ladd tells DBL what it was like filling Farrah Fawcett's shoes on the hit show.
Oh, she had the best hair. Hands down, no question.
Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It is Friday, September 18th. I'm Sam here with Erica. Now, Jeff, I'm going to bring you in before Erica does her iconic Friday so we can all feel it. What day is it today, Erica?
Well, happy Friday.
Yes. Hey, Jeff.
Jeff.
What's going on, ladies?
Oh, you know, just enjoying the week. In fact, DBL viewers, as we mentioned, it is Friday. Well, there certainly are some headlines from Joe Biden's town hall, of course, and the president's rally in Wisconsin, but we need a little break this Friday.
Yes, we do.
So we're going to leave all the politics behind. Instead, can we please talk about that Fast Times at Ridgemont High table read? Now, if you missed it, there were all kinds of big stars, Julia Roberts, Matthew McConaughey, Jimmy Kimmel, to name a few. Well, let's first begin by checking out this flirty exchange between exes Jennifer Aniston, who played Linda, and Brad Pitt, who played Brad. Take a look.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Brad.
Dissolved to exterior Hamilton Pool, Brad's Daydream. It features Linda Barrett just as she stood on the diving board a moment ago. Her eyes are filled with desire as she says,
Hi, Brad. You know how cute I always thought you were. I think you're so sexy. Will you come to me?
They're just about to fall into passionate love-making when we hear,
Hey, Brad, do you have any cute...
Wait, just a minute.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I did not know anybody was in here.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And that's not all. There was also this little hello between the two before the table read. Watch this.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Aniston.
Hi, Pitt.
How you doing?
Good, honey. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right.
none of you guys have gotten a haircut.
COVID.
Okay, so first and foremost, if you guys watched it last night, you know that we skipped over some really racy scenes. You all know the pool scene from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So watching the two of those, Jeff, I mean, because I see you nodding your head, do that scene and seeing how much Brad Pitt was blushing, how much Julia Roberts was blushing, and then, of course, the evil laugh from Jimmy Kimmel. I was eating it up. What'd you make of it?
That's a group chat I want to be part of. You know what I mean? I'm part of all these other ones that I don't want to be. I want to be in that one.
I feel like that was a personal attack. What you trying to say? We can easily be Schroeder out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
No, not you guys. I sent you the Bieber thing. I thought that was nice yesterday in our group chat.
I do appreciate it's kind of like a Rickroll, only we could be talking about anything in the world and Jeff will just insert Justin Bieber.
She's right.
Anything.
She's right.
Yeah.
No more from you,
Are you waiting
Jeff?
for me to
That's
talk?
it.
What do you guys think about it?
That's all. So that's your comments on Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt. That's just a group chat you want to be a part of? Come on, give me something juicy. Did you think they were being flirtatious?
Don't we have Shia Labeouf's thing?
Yeah, we do.
Don't we have Shia Labeouf's? I'm waiting for Shia LaBeouf.
Okay,
I
so
don't care. Listen, if you're still waiting on Brad and Jen to get together 20 years later,
Yes.
you're a loser.
Okay,
sorry.
then
There you go.
I'm a loser with a capital L because I saw them flirting, Erica. Were they flirting in your opinion?
I think that they are really giving the people what the people want.
Because they are actors.
Yes,
oh,
exactly.
Man. Well, I bought it and I ate it up. Okay, so let's talk about Shia because Jeff wants to take it there. A lot of people are also talking about him because he took on that classic role of surfer, stoner Jeff Spicoli, which was originally, of course, played by Sean Penn flawlessly. Well, here's a look at how Shia played it. Watch.
Don't just come on. Just come on.
You see the sign?
Can you just come on? Are you just come? Can you just come on? All right. All right.
I loved it. So just for reference, here's a look at Sean Penn in the original film.
You guys had shirts on when you came in here.
Something happened to him, man.
Come on, Spicoli, just put the shirts back on. You see that sign?
No shirt, no shoes, no ties.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Jeff. So you have the floor. How do you think that Shia Labeouf did?
Listen, I don't mind his choice for making it different than the real Spicoli. Jeff Spicoli is such an iconic character. You're never going to do better than Sean Penn did. So you got to take it a different direction. And to make a choice like that in front of all those amazing actors and just be Shia LaBeouf, I mean, that's bravery right there.
I'm with you right there. I thought he did a great job. And coming from Santa Cruz, California, like Spicoli was like all my exes, just so you know. Yeah, Erica. Okay, so Erica, I got to get your take on this. It's a story that just doesn't seem to go away. We've got new details about the prison, if that's what you want to call it, where Lori Loughlin will serve her time. And let me tell you, no Alcatraz, you guys. Lori will spend her 2 months at this federal correctional institution. It's called Satellite Camp in Victorville, California. But wait until you hear what activities it offers. Are you ready? Yoga, Pilates, origami, music lessons, cartoon drawing, crochet, leather crafting, if that's even a thing, and ceramics. Erica.
Yes.
This is ridiculous.
What's ridiculous about it? She's going to the Federal Correctional Institution for Wayward Housewives in Victorville, which is appropriate because this is a major victory for Lori Loughlin. What is there to say about it?
You're not surprised.
I'm not surprised, but I do think that initially people were like, I would pay for a vacation like this. And she has paid for a vacation like this because it's $500,000 to an institution that her daughters will never graduate from, additional $250,000 fine. That's not including what her husband's been fined, and then over $1 million in attorney's fees, and all that money she lost in that fire sale, because you know that she lost a lot of money, like probably about $10 million on trying to get rid of that big house in order to get to the little one, which is still bigger than all of our homes combined. But I'm just saying, she paid to go here, let's be honest.
Erica's right. Now, before we go, really quickly, Jeff, you did not think that she was going to do any time at all. So she's doing some time, even if it's glamorous time.
Yeah, well, the doors haven't closed yet, so I still got a chance.
Really? Okay. So you think maybe she'll be doing...
I'm just trying to save face. I think she's going in there. I'm just trying to save a little face here.
You can admit when you're wrong, Jeff. It's okay. Jeff, stick around. Coming up on DBL, it is Fact or Fiction Friday with our medical expert, Dr. Pyle Coley. Do not miss her vital information, plus thousands of innocent people are behind bars right now. We are telling their heart-wrenching stories in our new series, Freedom Files, Wrongfully Convicted. Don't miss it.
Introducing the future.
Welcome back to DBL. It is Fact or Fiction Friday, where we bring in our medical expert to help us debunk or confirm claims about COVID-19 often spread online. Dr. Piacoli joining us live this Friday. Welcome, Doc.
Hi, ladies.
Hey,
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Okay, so our first one says the CDC has released guidelines for coronavirus without adequately reviewing and vetting them. Okay, doctor, fact or fiction?
Oh boy, I wish I could say that this one was a fiction, but it's actually a fact. So the news came out just this morning from a source inside the CDC that some of the guidelines released by the CDC, such as the ones about asymptomatic testing, were not written by the CDC. They did not undergo review by the director of science. They didn't undergo fact checking, and they just got published online in the dead of the night without undergoing the proper scientific process. And I have to say, so many disturbing things have happened during this pandemic, but this, to me, as a physician, is probably the most disturbing and really does make me lose faith in the CDC as a person and as a doctor.
Wow.
That is insane. All right, our next one says, masks that protect me from coronavirus will also protect me from wildfire smoke. Is that fact or fiction?
A lot of people are wondering about this, and this one is a fiction. So the most common masks that we wear, the cloth mask, the surgical mask, they work great for the coronavirus, but they don't actually filter out those pollutants from the wildfire smoke. So unfortunately, this one is a fiction.
Wow. Okay, so this is our very last one. Quote, even though the United States has the most number of cases of any other country, we have a low number of deaths. Is that fact or fiction, Doc?
That's another fiction. And again, I'm sad to say that that's a fiction, because despite only making up 4% of the world's population, we account for nearly a quarter of the world's deaths. And so we have the most number of cases, the most number of deaths, and arguably we're the most advanced nation in the world. And I think this reflects on the way that we've handled the pandemic from day one.
Wow, I just want Dr. Coley to be in charge. Dr. Coley, we just want you to be in charge. I would have more faith. I'm still really disturbed by that CDC fact or fiction. Thank you for clarifying. Have a great weekend, Dr. Coley. Thank you. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. Imagine being convicted of a crime that you did not commit. That's the reality for thousands of people in this country. Earlier, Jeff and I sat down with Christopher Scott, a man who was wrongfully convicted of capital murder. That's today's premiere episode of our new series, Freedom Files, Wrongfully Convicted. Dallas, Texas, the night of April 6th, 1997, Alfonso Aguilar is shot and killed at a relative's home during a suspected burglary, and his wife is sexually assaulted. Christopher Scott is visiting his friend, Claude Simmons, who lives just a couple blocks away from the murder. After visiting a 7-Eleven in the area, the two men go back to Claude's. Police spot the men as they walk inside Claude's home. The men are told to come outside since they fit the descriptions of the suspects. Two African-American men, one tall, one short, dark complexion, short hair. Both men are arrested and taken in for questioning. They are supposed to be put into a lineup for the victim's widow to identify, but Christopher never makes it that far.
They immediately handcuffed me to a bench and put me up behind a big, thick plexiglass window. I see a African-American female cop walking with a Hispanic lady, and the cop pointed directly at me. She said, "This is the man that killed your husband." She said it again. "This is the man that killed your husband." Wasn't a question, it was a statement. And the Hispanic lady say, "See, that's him."
6 months later, Christopher goes to trial for capital murder. The prosecution's case relies solely on the identification from Alfonso's widow. There is no ballistic evidence, no DNA evidence, not one other piece of evidence tying the men to the crime.
Every piece of evidence that we had to prove our innocence, the judge threw it out.
Leaving Christopher's fate in the hands of one woman and an all-white jury.
I said the only thing of color in this courtroom is me and the furniture. Everything else is white.
Christopher's capital murder trial lasts 3 hours. Deliberations are just over 45 minutes, and he is found guilty. The judge tells Christopher she isn't giving him the death penalty, instead, life in prison.
I almost thanked her because I said, at least you give me a chance to fight for my life again. When I walked through that gate, said I might not ever come out alive on the other side of these gates.
With shackles around his wrists and ankles, Christopher's new reality sinks in. Once inside, Christopher makes the toughest decision of his life, telling his young kids to never visit him again. To survive, he builds a daily routine to keep himself distracted. His days are spent working in the prison's kitchen, lifting weights, reading books, and watching his favorite soap opera. In 2005, students at the University of Texas at the Arlington Innocence Network begin re-investigating his case. They discover that an inmate in a different prison across town has confessed to the killing. After both he and Christopher pass polygraph tests, Christopher finally hears the words he has been dreaming of for 13 years.
Today, you are a free man.
Hey, Christopher. It's Samantha and Jeff here. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us.
And thanks for having me. I'm excited to do it.
We were talking, me and my co-host Sam, about the difficulties that someone goes through in life. No matter how hard they are, and yours is horrific, you come out a better person, and how the mind deals with that is fascinating to me.
Hey, I appreciate it. Going through that, that experience I went through, it just taught me a lot to, never take anything for granted. You got to fight for what you want. And I had to fight for my freedom, and that's exactly what I did.
At one point in your case, the death penalty could have been your sentence. Did you ever prepare yourself for that fate?
Yeah, well, like when I went to jail, my trial didn't start until like 7 months after I was in jail. So in that particular time, I had to get myself prepared to die. Because at the same time, you didn't know how the court was going to rule in my favor.
Amazing story, Christopher. You spent 13 years in prison to catch people up as an innocent man. Now, as a dad myself, I couldn't imagine missing out on my children's life for that long. Your kids actually were grown by the time you were released, unfortunately. With everything you've been through, do you hold any resentment whatsoever?
No, I do not. Like I say, my first year in prison, I had all the resentment in the world for the criminal justice system, for the cops, for the judge, for the individual that said I did this horrific crime to her husband. So I had ill will about the first year. But after that first year, you got to understand something. You're not going to survive being angry. You don't want anything to stagnate you from trying to help yourself, put yourself in a better position as to getting back home to my kids, because when I went to prison, my kids was 4 and 5 years old. So that was the only thing that was on my mind, was to get out and be back with my family and my kids again.
Right. No, Christopher, you are a better person than I. That is for sure.
And since being released, you chose to become an advocate, investigating cases by those who say they have been wrongfully convicted. Why did you choose to do this?
I was once one of those same persons in prison for a crime I didn't commit. I had many sleepless nights laying in my bunk, knowing that I was innocent, knowing I was innocent. So when I saw that, my first thing was like, when I get out, I'm gonna start me an organization that fights wrongfully convicted, because who would better to know what to look for from a person that was wrongfully convicted?
We thank you, Christopher. You are incredible. Thank you for joining DBL. Thank you for sharing your remarkable story. You truly are making a difference. For those of you that want to follow Christopher or help others like him, visit his website, houseofrenewedhope.org. Thank you, Christopher.
Thank you for having me.
You know, Eric and I were talking. I just can't imagine letting go of that resentment and anger.
I can't either. I mean, I think of the exonerated 5 as well. You know, these men and women have had their lives taken from them. And we should all be angry because our streets aren't safer having innocent people behind bars for crimes they didn't commit.
Amen. And think about how it affected their families.
Right.
So you have all these people that it affects. And yeah, I don't know how you forgive after that, but clearly he did. What an inspiring man. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration.
Have comments.
I do. Veronica says, Sam, I'm sorry all your exes were like Spicoli. That is no way to go through your formative years.
Hey, I grew up in Santa Cruz. They all surf and skate, and there's a lot of weed there, too.
Bethany says, I am just watching Fast Times at Ridgemont High table read. It is awesome. They really made it work. And Jane said, the only thing that would make 2020 better is if Jen and Brad got back together.
Jeff, what do you make of that?
She stood on the diving board a moment
Dude,
ago.
watch some Frozen. Let it go. Let it go. It ain't happening.
Oh my God, Jeff just sang Frozen. Wow, Jeff, I'm impressed. I'm proud of you. Are your kids fans of Frozen like Sophie is?
They love it. Frozen 2, Frozen 1, freeze everything.
Yeah, it's the best. It is. Okay, so if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up on DBL. Your first look at Bieber's new music video. Yup, and personal revelations from Paris Hilton's eye-opening documentary. DBL is new every day. We will be right back.
We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Running to the altar like a track star. Can't wait another second. 'Cause the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, feels so holy. I don't do well with
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Erica. It is Friday, and we're listening to Justin Bieber's new song, Holy. So Jeff, who is a huge believer, by the way, joins us from home. So let's get right to it.
See, wait a minute. We already heard this song, Sam, because we got Bieber bumped. It's kind of like the Rickroll, except it's anytime anything's happening in the world, we could be talking about it, and Jeff will just insert a Justin Bieber song. So that happened on our group text last night, and it made me think, Jeff, if you found out that your two sons could sing, would we have a Shrobros in our future?
Shrobros!
Dude, it was my dream to be in a boy band, and you know I'll be the momager. We need to come up with a dadager, but you better believe I want to be in a man band.
Oh my God, he's gonna be like Kris Jenner, you guys. No. By the way, Jeff, Justin Bieber, what was really cool, he did tackle the economic realities of the pandemic in his new video. And the song also featured another collaboration with his friend Chance the Rapper. Watch.
I wanna honor you. Rise groom, I'm my father's child. I know when the son takes the first step, the father's proud. If you make it to the water, he'll part the clouds. I know he made you a snack like Oscar Proud. Suffer it to be, so now gotta clean it up.
The video shows Justin as a laid-off oil worker who's taken in by an army soldier played by actor Wilmer Valderrama from that 70s show. Now, his girlfriend...
We got the future little Biebs right here. Say hi, buddy.
Hi.
Right on cue. We were talking about Biebs, and he just knew, and he came up.
Lawson, did you hear the song? Was Lawson jamming out to the Bieber song?
Last night I was playing it, and then we had to go to bed, and he's like, Dad, can we play more songs? So I played it a couple of times last night. Listen, let's be honest. Okay, buddy, sorry, you could go. You good, buddy? I'm telling you, that song's amazing. I think the message that it sends amazing. The diversity in that song's amazing. Chance the Rapper's amazing. What's not to like about it?
Yeah, and Erica, Chance the Rapper and him have a really close friendship, which I don't know if a lot of people know that, but they collaborate quite well. They've done a few.
And since we got Bieber bullied, what is it? What did I call it?
Yeah.
Bieber bumped.
Bieber bumped.
We got Bieber bumped. It has been an earworm.
It is an earworm.
Yeah.
It's a good song. Yeah, it's I was going to say summer jam, but it's fall now, so a good fall jam, I guess you could say. Okay, so Paris Hilton is taking some of the blame for the selfie-obsessed society that we've now become. In her new documentary, This Is Paris, she admits guilt over the way young girls are obsessed with social media today. Watch.
And now I see even little girls who are 10 years old, 9 years old, and they're trying to get the perfect selfie. They're putting the filters on. They can't even look at themselves on the phone without putting a filter. I can't even imagine being like a 13-year-old girl today.
Do you feel responsible for it? I mean, many people have said you're the architect of that.
I do feel responsible for it.
In the YouTube doc, Paris also tells her sister Nikki she hasn't been on vacation since she was 15 because she works nonstop. Now, some fans, however, are calling her out considering she's always posting images from exotic locations. Well, those are work trips, people. I just have to say, like, the girl is a hustler. You can like her, you can not like her, but she's constantly working. And unfortunately, when a lot of these influencers and celebrities are working, they do have to go to different locales. I mean, I don't know, or Jeff, am I wrong for saying that? Do you think that she was lying in the documentary?
No, you know what, Sam? I kind of changed my tune on Paris Hilton because she is a hustler. It's not her fault she was born, and she was with a silver spoon in her mouth. I mean, she's the daughter of the Hiltons. Obviously, she's got some money, but she's turned that into an empire herself. I do give her a lot of credit, and you know what? Growing up is a part of that. When you're younger, that's hot, you take selfies, and that's the image you portray, and then you grow up, and then you're like, what was I doing when I was 20 years old? I wasn't, listen, she's learning, and I'm proud of her for doing that.
Erica?
I just find the traveling conversation to be so funny because I used to feel like, oh, if I could just go to these, and then you're like, wait a minute, I'm here. Everyone around me is having the time of their life, and I am cooped up, like, working and not outside, and it like almost is kind of like it's a double-edged sword because you're like technically there, but you see like the airport and like maybe a hotel.
It's true, and I don't think a lot of people realize that, and I do think that you guys all should watch the documentary because not only do you see those little, scenes that we just saw you where she comes off very vulnerable, very transparent, but she opens up of a lot of abuse that she endured at a boarding school, and at this boarding school that she was at for years. She actually had to go to a few different boarding schools because she would run away. She suffered physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse. So, and she says that, even now when she looks around at her material world, she's not happy.
And I do want to say, because I know people are rolling their eyes like, oh, boarding school was so bad. This wasn't a boarding school. This was
kidnap
a program, right? And I know I had friends in high school who experienced this. I know people who have experienced this who are now speaking out about it. And I think it's really time that we stop calling these places boarding schools, because they were absolutely prisons for young people.
Well said.
So
yeah, she was in solitary confinement, naked. So let's just remember that, and I beg you to check out the documentary before you form an opinion. Okay, so Chrissy Teigen isn't one to hold her tongue. No, she's not, but she made a bit of a slip on Instagram by accidentally revealing her baby's gender. Take a look.
Anyways, it's super weak. It's so weird because the baby's really, really healthy, and he's big. He's probably good. Oops. I'm stupid. Anyway.
Oh my gosh, in case you missed it, she's having a boy. Last month, Chrissy also revealed her third child with husband John Legend was a bit of a quarantine surprise. Erica is laughing.
I'll never forget where I was when Sam slipped up and revealed the gender of her baby.
Before anyone knew. Before some of my siblings knew.
We were at a restaurant and I had a soup dumpling. Now y'all know a soup dumpling is very fragile. You got to get it in your mouth right away. And it fell off my chopstick. And I just looked up and Sam's like, and I was like, I didn't hear anything. Yeah, because I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to mess it up.
That's so true. Jeff, no one knew. And nowadays, you learn the gender so soon because you can learn through a blood test. So, it's barely been 10 weeks. And yeah, Eric and I were out to dinner and I was describing his nursery and his this. And then Erica her eyes opened up and I'm like, oh my God. And I think I just learned that day.
You did?
Yes, I think I did.
You didn't even last 24 hours.
I know. I don't even think my parents knew. Did you and Jordan ever go through anything like that, Jeff?
No, but not for the gender reveal, but when I was getting engaged to Jordan, I had to keep it a surprise. I hate secrets. I'd rather just tell everybody everything, and so I don't have to hold anything in. It was a surprise engagement, and I was hiding the iPad and my phone in the bathroom with me because people were texting me left and right. I'm like, stop texting me, it's a surprise. And Jordan actually called her mom and she's like, he's cheating on me. He's never brought the phone or iPad into the bathroom. I had to hide everything. I was going crazy. She almost broke up with me.
Oh, okay, so speaking of phones, if you have an iPhone, you may have noticed some changes.
That was the...
Good transition.
You could at least pretended you liked that story.
What? What is it?
You could at least pretended you liked that story.
I've heard the story before.
We did, but 7 times ago.
Yeah, we've heard it many times.
Wow. I told a good story, and you guys are like, cool. Wow. I'm just going to leave. It's Friday. I'm just going to cut out a little early.
Don't you dare cut out a little early. You know what? You could and just put your son in your seat.
Ooh.
Maybe he won't retell the same story. Oh, I got the pew, 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 pew. Wow. I love you, Jeff. I really do. Plus, I wanted to capitalize on that transition.
It was a great transition.
Yeah, the next story is about iPhone. So I was just trying to do my job, okay? Okay, so you may have noticed some changes to the iPhone with the latest update. One of the new privacy features is a yellow dot that appears at the top of your screen whenever an app is using your microphone or camera. Facebook has recently been under fire for allegations that its Instagram app was accessing iPhone cameras even when they weren't being used. Oh, Erica, you are the security. You know everything about security. I know that you're very cautious. Did you know about this?
I did not.
Do you know now?
I do, because you just told me. Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome.
Because I was listening.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm just under the impression that
you're always being watched.
Right. And I have to tell, we have surveillance, and I tell my husband all the time, I'm like, you cannot be going out in certain places doing whatever you're doing, because
people are watching.
Right.
Yeah, Anthony doesn't think anyone's watching.
He doesn't care.
I don't think anyone's watching. My husband's like Erica. How are you and Jordan? Are you the more cautious one or Jordan?
DBL Nation, we have 10 new markets. So if you heard my old stories, I'm playing to our new markets now.
I'm glad you told the story. Just don't I'm not a good actor like you are, Pastor Paul. So don't expect me to react like I do the first time, because I'm just not a good actress like you.
All right, I'm just saying, I'm playing to the new audience. They're gonna like me a little bit better because they know more about me.
They probably will. Really quickly, I want to know if you're more cautious, you and Jordan. Who's more cautious?
I wasn't listening. I was stewing the whole time you were reading.
He really was.
He was. I knew.
We're gonna
know
get
him
Bieber
so
bumped.
well. I know. Jeff, please stick around. I hope you do. Coming up on DBL, iconic television actress Cheryl Ladd, the Charlie's Angels star, dishes on filling Farrah Fawcett's shoes on the hit show.
Emmys wrap up, the winners, the losers, and the big surprises when Entertainment Tonight host Kevin Frazier joins us to break it all down. That's Monday on DBL.
To DBL, is Rob showing my slippers? It is Friday. Cheryl Ladd got her big break as a Charlie's Angel, and today she's breaking all the molds, defining what it means to age with optimism. Tori caught up with her earlier in today's Chatting with the Stars.
Cheryl Ladd, so excited. Welcome to DBL. I already said your cheekbones could cut open in the morning. They're so gorgeous. I want to ask you how you've been holding up during the pandemic. What has Cheryl Ladd been doing?
It's been a bit trying, I think, for all of us in many ways. I try to stay optimistic. I walk, I exercise, and I do all those things, but that wasn't helping my eyesight. My eyesight was really getting worse and worse and worse. At night, when I was driving, I started feeling really insecure because everything, all the lights were blurry. I couldn't tell how far the cars were away. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, is this what my life is going to be? And it was really making me feel depressed. So I went to the doctor and he told me I had cataracts. Wow. I thought, yeah, my grandparents had cataracts. I have cataracts? I didn't know anything about cataracts. And he said, not to worry. I had cataract surgery. It has given me my 12-year-old eyesight back.
Wow.
I don't feel old. I feel younger because I can see everything again.
That's insane. I have to tell you that when I was 11, I started seeing what you seeing, where I couldn't see the lights everywhere. It got really big, it got blurry, and I couldn't eventually see the chalkboard. And when they gave me the glasses, the second you could see again, the confidence inside was almost bigger than being able to see outside. Do you know what I'm saying a little bit?
When you don't have your eyesight, you don't really feel like you're in the world. And there's so many beautiful things to see. And I have to tell you, when I got that first one in, it was like somebody turned a light switch on.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because cataracts, they're like a film, and everything looked kind of sepia and blah, monochromatic looking to me. And when I opened my eye and I could see the world, it was like, wow! It was like stepping into Oz. Everything was in color.
It goes to color. I know. I completely understand. I went outside the glasses store and I saw a leaf, and I was like, I could hear a theme song. Hallelujah.
It's a powerful thing, and I'm so happy to be able to share this with people.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little girls who went to the police academy. But I took them away from all that, and now they work for me. My name is Charlie.
We wanted to know, when you replaced Miss Fawcett, Farrah Fawcett, in Charlie's Angels, which was more intimidating, living up to fans' expectations or to Farrah's hair?
Oh, she had the best hair. Hands down, no question.
Best hair.
She won all the hair contests for sure. She had great hair. I don't know if you know the story, but when I went, Aaron won. I had worked for Aaron a few times and other things, and he wanted me to do it. He said, I want you to replace Farrah. And I said, how is anybody going to do that?
Right.
Nobody can go in and try to be Farrah. That is just not going to work. Aaron's genius was, well, and what if you're Jill's little sister, so you're already family?
Done.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Now I know how to make Chris Monroe. Now I know who she is.
Yeah. You gave her 3 dimensions, which I think most people really appreciate. Cheryl Ladd, it was a big honor to talk with you. Thank you so much for chatting, and thanks for stopping by. We'll be right back.
Daily Blast Live, to add sparkle to your life. We're giving away the official Daytime Emmy gift bag, filled with luxury products worth more than $5,000. Here's how you can win. Send us a video telling us about your quarantine, how your life has changed, new hobbies, or plans you had to cancel, and what you look forward to the most once the pandemic is over. The winner will be announced Friday, September 25th, and become the owner of the official Daytime Emmy gift bag.
Hi, I'm Lori Grenier. Right through it, and I loved it so much, I had to bring it to all.
Welcome back to DBL. When it comes to overall happiness, a majority of people say traveling is key. So we're going to chat about it on today's DBL Drive, sponsored by CarShield. A new American Express survey says the way we think about travel has changed. Nearly half say they're willing to pay more for a hotel where you can socially distance, and 91% say the ability to travel is most important to their happiness. The report also found more people are traveling to local destinations they never would have normally visited. So when it comes to traveling for peace of mind, get an auto protection plan with CarShield. CarShield protects their members from the high cost of auto repairs. Call 1-800-505-9619 for a free quote. I'm all about local travel. I love, like, we're here in Denver, so we can go like 2 hours away to like Vail, 3 hours away to Aspen. I still haven't been to Steamboat. I like local travel. Do you like local travel?
Yes. I think I'm actually going to get a pass this year for snowboarding.
Ooh.
I haven't gotten a pass in like probably 4 years, but it looks like we're going to be in Colorado, so I'm going to go to the mountains more often.
Jeff, I didn't even know what she meant by a pass. Like, she's way cooler than I am. Do you have a pass? Are you going to get a pass?
No, but I do want to try skiing a little bit. I don't want to hurt myself, but I do want to take the kids and have them experience, you know, everything Colorado has to offer.
Oh my
You
God, you're a
guys
skier?
should. You should do a family lesson.
He's a skier? You don't want to snowboard?
Huh?
You don't want to snowboard? You want to ski?
Jeff, you should
Listen,
definitely get the
I don't
boys
even
on a
care.
board.
To be honest with you, I'm not going skiing. That's the truth. I'm not even going.
Okay, just put the boys on a board. Just start them off on a board.
See, she said board, on a board.
Like, don't start them off skiing.
Because it's cooler. I got it now. I gotcha.
I think it's easier to learn skiing later than it is to learn boarding. Trust me, I learned to board when I was like 28 years old, and it hurt.
Yeah, and it is cooler. We'll be right back. Jeff on skis.
Promotional consideration.
Before we go, tonight is the start of the Jewish New Year. It is called Rosh Hashanah, and hopefully with the start of the new year, we can put this past one behind us because let's face it, it has been pretty terrible. I'm excited. You know, my husband's Jewish. We will be celebrating tonight.
Happy Rosh Hashanah.
Thank you. Jeff, is Jeff even here? Bye, guys. Thanks, Jeff. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Oh, man.
Today on Daily Blast Live.
Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston back together on screen. The flirty moments that have fans dreaming of a real-life romance.
Hi, Brad. You know how cute I always thought you were. I think you're so sexy.
Inside Lori Loughlin's upcoming cushy prison stay. Yoga, arts and crafts, music lessons. Is this a punishment or a vacation? The first story from our new series, Freedom Files, Wrongfully Convicted.
She said, this is the man that killed your husband. Wasn't a question, it was a statement.
How one man survived 13 years in prison for a murder he didn't commit.
I had to fight for my freedom, and that's exactly what I did.
And Charlie's Angels actress Cheryl Ladd tells DBL what it was like filling Farrah Fawcett's shoes on the hit show.
Oh, she had the best hair. Hands down, no question.
Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It is Friday, September 18th. I'm Sam here with Erica. Now, Jeff, I'm going to bring you in before Erica does her iconic Friday so we can all feel it. What day is it today, Erica?
Well, happy Friday.
Yes. Hey, Jeff.
Jeff.
What's going on, ladies?
Oh, you know, just enjoying the week. In fact, DBL viewers, as we mentioned, it is Friday. Well, there certainly are some headlines from Joe Biden's town hall, of course, and the president's rally in Wisconsin, but we need a little break this Friday.
Yes, we do.
So we're going to leave all the politics behind. Instead, can we please talk about that Fast Times at Ridgemont High table read? Now, if you missed it, there were all kinds of big stars, Julia Roberts, Matthew McConaughey, Jimmy Kimmel, to name a few. Well, let's first begin by checking out this flirty exchange between exes Jennifer Aniston, who played Linda, and Brad Pitt, who played Brad. Take a look.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Brad.
Dissolved to exterior Hamilton Pool, Brad's Daydream. It features Linda Barrett just as she stood on the diving board a moment ago. Her eyes are filled with desire as she says,
Hi, Brad. You know how cute I always thought you were. I think you're so sexy. Will you come to me?
They're just about to fall into passionate love-making when we hear,
Hey, Brad, do you have any cute...
Wait, just a minute.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I did not know anybody was in here.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And that's not all. There was also this little hello between the two before the table read. Watch this.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Aniston.
Hi, Pitt.
How you doing?
Good, honey. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right.
none of you guys have gotten a haircut.
COVID.
Okay, so first and foremost, if you guys watched it last night, you know that we skipped over some really racy scenes. You all know the pool scene from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So watching the two of those, Jeff, I mean, because I see you nodding your head, do that scene and seeing how much Brad Pitt was blushing, how much Julia Roberts was blushing, and then, of course, the evil laugh from Jimmy Kimmel. I was eating it up. What'd you make of it?
That's a group chat I want to be part of. You know what I mean? I'm part of all these other ones that I don't want to be. I want to be in that one.
I feel like that was a personal attack. What you trying to say? We can easily be Schroeder out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
No, not you guys. I sent you the Bieber thing. I thought that was nice yesterday in our group chat.
I do appreciate, and it's kind of like a Rickroll, only we could be talking about anything in the world, and Jeff will just insert Justin Bieber.
She's right.
Anything.
She's right.
Yeah.
No more from
Are you
you,
waiting
Jeff?
for me to
That's
talk?
it.
What do you guys think about it?
That's all. So that's your comments on Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt. That's just a group chat you want to be a part of? Come on, give me something juicy. Did you think they were being flirtatious?
Don't we have Shia Labeouf's thing?
Yeah, we do.
Don't we have Shia Labeouf's? I'm waiting for Shia LaBeouf.
Okay,
I
so
don't care. Listen, if you're still waiting on Brad and Jen to get together 20 years later,
Yes.
you're a loser.
Okay,
Sorry, there you go.
I'm a loser with a capital L because I saw them flirting, Erica. Were they flirting in your opinion?
I think that they are really giving the people what the people want.
Because they are actors.
Yes,
oh,
exactly.
Man. Well, I bought it and I ate it up. Okay, so let's talk about Shia because Jeff wants to take it there. A lot of people are also talking about him because he took on that classic role of surfer, stoner Jeff Spicoli, which was originally, of course, played by Sean Penn flawlessly. Well, here's a look at how Shia played it. Watch.
Don't just come on. Just come on.
You see the sign?
Can you just come on? Are you just come? Can you just come on? All right. All right.
I loved it. So just for reference, here's a look at Sean Penn in the original film.
You guys had shirts on when you came in here.
There's something happened to him, man.
Come on, Spicoli, just put the shirts back on. You see that sign?
No shirt, no shoes, no dice.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Jeff, so you have the floor. How do you think that Shia Labeouf did?
Listen, I don't mind his choice for making it different than the real Spicoli. Jeff Spicoli is such an iconic character, you're never going to do better than Sean Penn did. So you got to take it a different direction. And to make a choice like that in front of all those amazing actors and just be Shia LaBeouf, I mean, that's bravery right there.
I'm with you right there. I thought he did a great job. And coming from Santa Cruz, California, like Spicoli was like all my exes, just so you know. Yeah, Erica. Okay, so Erica, I got to get your take on this. It's a story that just doesn't seem to go away. We've got new details about the prison, if that's what you want to call it, where Lori Loughlin will serve her time. And let me tell you, no Alcatraz, you guys. Lori will spend her 2 months at this federal correctional institution. It's called Satellite Camp in Victorville, California. But wait until you hear what activities it offers. Are you ready? Yoga, Pilates, origami, music lessons, cartoon drawing, crochet, leather crafting, if that's even a thing, and ceramics. Erica.
Yes.
This is ridiculous.
What's ridiculous about it? She's going to the Federal Correctional Institution for Wayward Housewives in Victorville, which is appropriate because this is a major victory for Lori Loughlin. You know, what is there to say about it?
You're not surprised?
I'm not surprised, but I do think that initially people were like, I would pay for a vacation like this. And she has paid for a vacation like this because it's $500,000 to an institution that her daughters will never graduate from, additional $250,000 fine. That's not including what her husband's been fined, and then over $1 million in attorney's fees, and all that money she lost in that fire sale, because you know that she lost a lot of money, like probably about $10 million on trying to get rid of that big house in order to get to the little one, which is still bigger than all of our homes combined. But I'm just saying, she paid to go here, let's be honest.
Eric is right. Now, before we go, really quickly, Jeff, you did not think that she was going to do any time at all. So she's doing some time, even if it's glamorous time.
Yeah, well, the doors haven't closed yet, so I still got a chance.
Really? Okay. So you think maybe she'll be doing...
I'm just trying to save face. I think she's going in there. I'm just trying to save a little face here.
You can admit when you're wrong, Jeff. It's okay. Jeff, stick around. Coming up on DBL, it is Fact or Fiction Friday with our medical expert, Dr. Payal Kohli. Do not miss her vital information, plus thousands of innocent people are behind bars right now. We are telling their heart-wrenching stories in our new series, Freedom Files, Wrongfully Convicted. Don't miss it.
Introducing the
Welcome back to DBL. It is Fact or Fiction Friday, where we bring in our medical expert to help us debunk or confirm claims about COVID-19, often spread online. Dr. Payal Kohli joining us live this Friday. Welcome, Doc.
Hi, ladies.
Hey,
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Okay, so our first one says the CDC has released guidelines for coronavirus without adequately reviewing and vetting them. Okay, doctor, fact or fiction?
Oh boy, I wish I could say that this one was a fiction, but it's actually a fact. So the news came out just this morning from a source inside the CDC that some of the guidelines released by the CDC, such as the ones about asymptomatic testing, were not written by the CDC. They did not undergo review by the Director of Science. They didn't undergo fact checking, and they just got published online in the dead of the night without undergoing the proper scientific process. And I have to say, so many disturbing things have happened during this pandemic, but this, to me, as a physician, is probably the most disturbing and really does make me lose faith in the CDC as a person and as a doctor.
Wow. That is insane. All right, our next one says, masks that protect me from coronavirus will also protect me from wildfire smoke. Is that fact or fiction?
A lot of people are wondering about this, and this one is a fiction. So the most common masks that we wear, the cloth mask, the surgical mask, they work great for the coronavirus, but they don't actually filter out those pollutants from the wildfire smoke. So unfortunately, this one is a fiction.
Wow. Okay, so this is our very last one. Quote, even though the United States has the most number of cases of any other country, we have a low number of deaths. Is that fact or fiction, Doc?
That's another fiction. And again, I'm sad to say that that's a fiction, because despite only making up 4% of the world's population, we account for nearly a quarter of the world's deaths. And so we have the most number of cases, the most number of deaths, and arguably we're the most advanced nation in the world. And I think this reflects on the way that we've handled the pandemic from day one.
Wow, I just want Dr. Coley to be in charge. Dr. Coley, we just want you to be in charge. I would have more faith. I'm still really disturbed by that CDC fact or fiction. Thank you for clarifying. Have a great weekend, Dr. Coley. Thank you. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. Imagine being convicted of a crime that you did not commit. That's the reality for thousands of people in this country. Earlier, Jeff and I sat down with Christopher Scott, a man who was wrongfully convicted of capital murder. That's today's premiere episode of our new series, Freedom Files, Wrongfully Convicted. Dallas, Texas, the night of April 6th, 1997, Alfonso Aguilar is shot and killed at a relative's home during a suspected burglary, and his wife is sexually assaulted. Christopher Scott is visiting his friend Claude Simmons, who lives just a couple blocks away from the murder. After visiting a 7-Eleven in the area, the two men go back to Claude's. Police spot the men as they walk inside Claude's home. The men are told to come outside since they fit the descriptions of the suspects. Two African-American men, one tall, one short, dark complexion, short hair. Both men are arrested and taken in for questioning. They are supposed to be put into a lineup for the victim's widow to identify, but Christopher never makes it that far.
They immediately handcuffed me to a bench and put me up behind a big, thick plexiglass window. I see a African-American female cop walking with a Hispanic lady, and the cop pointed directly at me. She said, "This is the man that killed your husband." She said it again. "This is the man that killed your husband." Wasn't a question, it was a statement. And the Hispanic lady say, "See, that's him."
6 months later, Christopher goes to trial for capital murder. The prosecution's case relies solely on the identification from Alfonso's widow. There's no ballistic evidence, no DNA evidence, not one other piece of evidence tying the men to the crime.
Every piece of evidence that we had to prove our innocence, the judge threw it out.
Leaving Christopher's fate in the hands of one woman and an all-white jury.
I said the only thing of color in this courtroom is me and the furniture. Everything else is white.
Christopher's capital murder trial lasts 3 hours. Deliberations are just over 45 minutes, and he is found guilty. The judge tells Christopher she isn't giving him the death penalty, instead, life in prison.
I almost thanked her because I said, at least you give me a chance to fight for my life again. When I walked through that gate, said I might not ever come out alive on the other side of these gates.
With shackles around his wrists and ankles, Christopher's new reality sinks in. Once inside, Christopher makes the toughest decision of his life, telling his young kids to never visit him again. To survive, he builds a daily routine to keep himself distracted. His days are spent working in the prison's kitchen, lifting weights, reading books, and watching his favorite soap opera. In 2005, students at the University of Texas at the Arlington Innocence Network begin re-investigating his case. They discover that an inmate in a different prison across town has confessed to the killing. After both he and Christopher pass polygraph tests, Christopher finally hears the words he has been dreaming of for 13 years.
Today, you are a free man.
Hey, Christopher. It's Samantha and Jeff here. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us.
And thanks for having me. I'm excited to do it.
We were talking, me and my co-host Sam, about the difficulties that someone goes through in life. No matter how hard they are, and yours is horrific, you come out a better person. And how the mind deals with that is fascinating to me.
Hey, I appreciate it. Going through that, that experience I went through, it just taught me a lot to, never take anything for granted. You got to fight for what you want. And I had to fight for my freedom, and that's exactly what I did.
At one point in your case, the death penalty could have been your sentence. Did you ever prepare yourself for that fate?
Yeah, well, like when I went to jail, my trial didn't start until like 7 months after I was in jail. So in that particular time, I had to get myself prepared to die. Because at the same time, you didn't know how the court was going to rule in my favor.
Amazing story, Christopher. You spent 13 years in prison to catch people up as an innocent man. Now, as a dad myself, I couldn't imagine missing out on my children's life for that long. Your kids actually were grown by the time you were released, unfortunately. With everything you've been through, do you hold any resentment whatsoever?
No, I do not. Like I say, my first year in prison, I had all the resentment in the world for the criminal justice system, for the cops, for the judge, for the individual that said I did this horrific crime to her husband. So I had ill will about the first year. But after that first year, you got to understand something. You're not going to survive being angry. You don't want anything to stagnate you from trying to help yourself, put yourself in a better position as to getting back home to my kids. Because when I went to prison, my kids was 4 and 5 years old. So that was the only thing that was on my mind, was to get out and be back with my family and my kids again.
Right. No, Christopher, you are a better person than I. That is for sure.
And since being released, you chose to become an advocate, investigating cases by those who say they have been wrongfully convicted. Why did you choose to do this?
I was once one of those same persons in prison for a crime I didn't commit. I had many sleepless nights laying in my bunk, knowing that I was innocent, knowing I was innocent. So when I saw that, my first thing was like, when I get out, I'm gonna start me an organization that fights wrongfully convicted, because who would better to know what to look for from a person that was wrongfully convicted?
We thank you, Christopher. You are incredible. Thank you for joining DBL. Thank you for sharing your remarkable story. You truly are making a difference. For those of you that want to follow Christopher or help others like him, visit his website, houseofrenewedhope.org. Thank you, Christopher.
Thank you for having me.
You know, Eric and I were talking. I just can't imagine letting go of that resentment and anger.
I can't either. I mean, I think of the exonerated 5 as well. You know, these men and women have had their lives taken from them. And we should all be angry because our streets aren't safer having innocent people behind bars for crimes they didn't commit.
Amen. And think about how it affected their families.
Right.
So you have all these people that it affects. And yeah, I don't know how you forgive after that, but clearly he did. What an inspiring man. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration.
Welcome back to DBL. Jeff working from home. Okay, Erica, you have comments.
I do. Veronica says, Sam, I'm sorry all your exes were like Spicoli. That is no way to go through your formative years.
Hey, I grew up in Santa Cruz. They all surf and skate, and there's a lot of weed there, too.
Bethany says, I am just watching Fast Times at Ridgemont High table read. It is awesome. They really made it work. And Jane said, the only thing that would make 2020 better is if Jen and Brad got back together.
Jeff, what do you make of that?
Dude, watch some Frozen. Let it go. Let it go. It ain't happening.
Oh my God, Jeff just sang Frozen. Wow, Jeff, I'm impressed. I'm proud of you. Are your kids fans of Frozen like Sophie is?
They love it. Frozen 2, Frozen 1, freeze everything.
Yeah, it's the best, it is. Okay, so if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up on DBL. Your first look at Bieber's new music video. Yup, and personal revelations from Paris Hilton's eye-opening documentary. DBL is new every day. We will be right back.
About what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Run into the altar like a track star.
From home, so let's get right to it.
See, wait a minute. We already heard this song, Sam, because we got Bieber bumped. It's kind of like the Rickroll, except it's anytime anything's happening in the world, we could be talking about it, and Jeff will just insert a Justin Bieber song. So that happened on our group text last night, and it made me think, Jeff, if you found out that your two sons could sing, would we have a Shrobros in our future?
Shrobros!
Dude, it was my dream to be in a boy band, and you know I'll be the momager. We need to come up with a dadager, but you better believe I want to be in a man band.
Oh my God, he's gonna be like Kris Jenner, you guys. No. By the way, Jeff, Justin Bieber, what was really cool, he did tackle the economic realities of the pandemic in his new video. And the song also featured another collaboration with his friend Chance the Rapper. Watch.
I wanna honor you. Rise groom, I'm my father's child. I know it the sun takes.
The show bros.
Lawson, how are you, my love?
We got the future little Biebs right here. Say hi, buddy.
Hi.
Right on cue. We were talking about Biebs, and he just knew, and he came up.
Lawson, did you hear the song? Was Lawson jamming out to the Bieber song?
Last night I was playing it, and then we had to go to bed, and he's like, Dad, can we play more songs? So I played it a couple of times last night. Listen, let's be honest. Okay, buddy, sorry, you could go. You good, buddy? I'm telling you, that song's amazing. I think the message that it sends amazing. The diversity in that song's amazing. Chance the Rapper's amazing. What's not to like about it?
Yeah, and Erica, Chance the Rapper and him have a really close friendship, which I don't know if a lot of people know that, but they collaborate quite well. They've done a few songs already together.
I really enjoyed it, and since we got Bieber bullied, what is it?
Yeah,
what did I call it?
yeah.
Bieber bumped.
Bieber bumped.
We got Bieber bumped. It has been an earworm.
It is
for
an
me.
earworm.
Yeah.
It's a good song. Yeah, it's I was going to say summer jam, but it's fall now, so a good fall jam, I guess you could say. Okay, so Paris Hilton is taking some of the blame for the selfie-obsessed society that we've now become. In her new documentary, This Is Paris, she admits guilt over the way young girls are obsessed with social media today. Watch.
And now I see even little girls who are 10 years old, 9 years old, and they're trying to get the perfect selfie. They're putting the filters on. They can't even look at themselves on the phone without putting a filter. I can't even imagine being a 13-year-old girl today.
Do you feel responsible for it? And many people have said you're the architect of that.
I do feel responsible for it.
In the YouTube doc, Paris also tells her sister Nikki she hasn't been on vacation since she was 15 because she works nonstop. Now, some fans, however, are calling her out considering she's always posting images from exotic locations. Well, those are work trips, people. I just have to say, like, the girl is a hustler. You can like her, you can not like her, but she's constantly working. And unfortunately, when a lot of these influencers and celebrities are working, they do have to go to different locales. I mean, I don't know, or Jeff, am I wrong for saying that? Do you think that she was lying in the documentary?
No, you know what, Sam? I kind of changed my tune on Paris Hilton because she is a hustler. It's not her fault she was born, and she was with a silver spoon in her mouth. I mean, she's the daughter of the Hiltons. Obviously, she's got some money, but she's turned that into an empire herself. I do give her a lot of credit, and you know what? Growing up is a part of that. When you're younger, that's hot, you take selfies, and that's the image you portray, and then you grow up, and then you're like, what was I doing when I was 20 years old? I wasn't, listen, she's learning, and I'm proud of her for doing that.
Erica?
I just find the traveling conversation to be so funny because I used to feel like, oh, if I could just go to these, and then you're like, wait a minute, I'm here. Everyone around me is having the time of their life, and I am cooped up, like, working and not outside, and it like almost is kind of like it's a double-edged sword because you're like technically there, but you see like the airport and like maybe a hotel.
It's true, and I don't think a lot of people realize that, and I do think that you guys all should watch the documentary because not only do you see those little, scenes that we just saw where she comes off very vulnerable, very transparent, but she opens up of a lot of abuse that she endured at a boarding school, and at this boarding school that she was at for years. She actually had to go to a few different boarding schools because she would run away. She suffered physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse. So, and she says that, even now when she looks around at her material world, she's not happy.
And I do want to say, because I know people are rolling their eyes like, oh, boarding school was so bad. This wasn't a boarding school. This was a program, right? And I know I had friends in high school who experienced this. I know people who have experienced this who are now speaking out about it. And I think it's really time that we stop calling these places boarding schools, because they were absolutely prisons for young people.
Well said.
So
yeah, she was in solitary confinement, naked. So let's just remember that, and I beg you to check out the documentary before you form an opinion. Okay, so Chrissy Teigen isn't one to hold her tongue. No, she's not, but she made a bit of a slip on Instagram by accidentally revealing her baby's gender. Take a look.
Anyways, it's super weak. It's so weird because the baby's really, really healthy, and he's big. He's probably good. Oops. I'm stupid. Anyway.
Oh my gosh, in case you missed it, she's having a boy. Last month, Chrissy also revealed her third child with husband John Legend was a bit of a quarantine surprise. Erica is laughing.
I'll never forget where I was when Sam slipped up and revealed the gender of her baby.
Before anyone knew. Before some of my siblings knew.
We were at a restaurant and I had a soup dumpling. Now y'all know a soup dumpling is very fragile. You got to get it in your mouth right away. And it fell off my chopstick. And I just looked up and Sam's like, and I was like, I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, because
I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to mess it up.
That's so true. Jeff, no one knew. And nowadays, you learn the gender so soon because you can learn through a blood test. So, it's barely been 10 weeks. And yeah, Eric and I were out to dinner and I was describing his nursery and his this. And then Erica her eyes opened up and I'm like, oh my God. And I think I just learned that day. Did you?
You did.
Yes, I think I did.
You didn't even last 24 hours.
I know. I don't even think my parents knew. Did you and Jordan ever go through anything like that, Jeff?
No, but not for the gender reveal, but when I was getting engaged to Jordan, I had to keep it a surprise. I hate secrets. I'd rather just tell everybody everything, and so I don't have to hold anything in. It was a surprise engagement, and I was hiding the iPad and my phone in the bathroom with me because people were texting me left and right. I'm like, stop texting me, it's a surprise. And Jordan actually called her mom, and she's like, he's cheating on me. He's never brought the phone or iPad into the bathroom. I had to hide everything. I was going crazy. She almost broke up with me.
Oh, okay, so speaking of phones, if you have an iPhone, you may have noticed some changes.
That was the...
Good transition.
You could at least pretended you liked that story.
What? What is it?
You could at least pretended you liked that story.
I've heard the story before.
We did, but 7 times ago.
Yeah, we've heard it many times.
Wow. I told a good story, and you guys are like, cool. Wow. I'm just going to leave. It's Friday. I'm just going to cut out a little early.
Don't you dare cut out a little early. You know what? You could and just put your son in your seat.
Ooh.
Maybe he won't retell the same story. Oh, I got the pew, 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 pew.
Wow.
I love you, Jeff. I really do. Plus, I wanted to capitalize on that transition.
It was a great transition.
Yeah, the next story is about iPhone. So I was just trying to do my job, okay? Okay, so you may have noticed some changes to the iPhone with the latest update. One of the new privacy features is a yellow dot that appears at the top of your screen whenever an app is using your microphone or camera. Facebook has recently been under fire for allegations that its Instagram app was accessing iPhone cameras even when they weren't being used. Oh, Erica, you are the security. You know everything about security. I know that you're very cautious. Did you know about this?
I did not.
Do you know now?
I do, because you just told me. Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome.
Because I was listening.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm just under the impression that
you're always being watched.
Right. And I have to tell, we have surveillance, and I tell my husband all the time, I'm like, you cannot be going out in certain places doing whatever you're doing, because who
people
knows?
Are watching.
Right.
Yeah, Anthony doesn't think anyone's watching.
He doesn't care.
I don't think anyone's watching. My husband's like Erica. How are you and Jordan? Are you the more cautious one or Jordan?
DBL Nation, we have 10 new markets. So if you heard my old stories, I'm playing to our new markets now.
I'm glad you told the story. Just don't I'm not a good actor like you are, Pastor Paul. So don't expect me to react like I do the first time, because I'm just not a good actress like you.
All right, I'm just saying, I'm playing to the new audience. They're gonna like me a little bit better because they know more about me.
They probably will. Really quickly, I want to know if you're more cautious, you and Jordan. Who's more cautious?
I wasn't listening. I was stewing the whole time you were reading.
He really was.
I knew.
We're gonna get Bieber
so
bumped.
well. I know. Jeff, please stick around. I hope you do. Coming up on DBL, iconic television actress Cheryl Ladd, the Charlie's Angels star, dishes on filling Farrah Fawcett's shoes on the hit show.
Monday on DBL, we've got your Emmys wrap-up, the winners, the losers, and the big surprises when Entertainment Tonight host Kevin Frazier joins us to break it all down. That's Monday on DBL.
Introducing the future.
I'm showing my slippers. It is Friday. Cheryl Ladd got her big break as a Charlie's Angel, and today she's breaking all the molds, defining what it means to age with optimism. Tori caught up with her earlier, and today's Chatting with the Stars.
Cheryl Ladd is so excited. Welcome to DBL. I already said your cheekbones could cut open in the morning. They're so gorgeous. I want to ask you how you've been holding up during the pandemic. What has Cheryl Ladd been doing?
It's been a bit trying, I think, for all of us in many ways. I try to stay optimistic. I walk, I exercise, and I do all those things, but that wasn't helping my eyesight. My eyesight was really getting worse and worse and worse. At night, when I was driving, I started feeling really insecure because everything, all the lights were blurry. I couldn't tell how far the cars were away, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, is this what my life is going to be? And it was really making me feel depressed. So I went to the doctor, and he told me I had cataracts. Wow. I thought, yeah, my grandparents had cataracts. I have cataracts? I didn't know anything about cataracts. And he said not to worry. I had cataract surgery. It has given me my 12-year-old eyesight back.
Wow.
I don't feel old. I feel younger because I can see everything again.
That's insane. I have to tell you that when I was 11, I started seeing what you're seeing, where I couldn't see the lights everywhere. It got really big, it got blurry, and I couldn't eventually see the chalkboard. And when they gave me the glasses, the second you could see again, the confidence inside was almost bigger than being able to see outside. Do you know what I'm saying a little bit?
When you don't have your eyesight, you don't really feel like you're in the world. And there's so many beautiful things to see. And I have to tell you, when I got that first one in, it was like somebody turned a light switch off.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because cataracts, they're like a film, and everything looked kind of sepia and blah, monochromatic looking to me. And when I opened my eye and I could see the world, it was like, wow! It was like stepping into Oz. Everything was in color.
It goes to color. I know. I completely understand. I went outside the glasses store and I saw a leaf, and I was like, I could hear a theme song. Hallelujah.
It's a powerful thing, and I'm so happy to be able to share this with people.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little girls who went to the police academy. But I took them away from all that, and now they work for me. My name is Charlie.
We wanted to know, when you replaced Miss Fawcett, Farrah Fawcett, in Charlie's Angels, which was more intimidating, living up to fans' expectations or to Farrah's hair?
Oh, she had the best hair. Hands down, no question.
Best hair.
She won all the hair contests for sure. She had great hair. I don't know if you know the story, but when I went, Aaron won. I had worked for Aaron a few times and other things, and he wanted me to do it. He said, I want you to replace Farrah. And I said, how is anybody going to do that?
Right.
Nobody can go in and try to be Farrah. That is just not going to work. Aaron's genius was, well, and what if you're Bill's little sister, so you're already family?
Done.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Now I know how to make Chris Monroe. Now I know who she is.
Yeah. You gave her 3 dimensions, which I think most people really appreciate. Cheryl Ladd, it was a big honor to talk with you. Thank you so much for chatting, and thanks for stopping by. We'll be right back.
Daily Blast Live wants to add sparkle to your life. We're giving away the official Daytime Emmy gift bag, filled with luxury products worth more than $5,000. Here's how you can win. Send us a video telling us about your quarantine, how your life has changed, new hobbies, or plans you had to cancel, and what you look forward to the most once the pandemic is over. The winner will be announced Friday, September 25th, and become the owner of the official Daytime Emmy gift bag.
Hi, I'm Lori.
DBL, when it comes to overall happiness, a majority of people say traveling is key. So we're going to chat about it on today's DBL Drive, sponsored by CarShield. A new American Express survey says the way we think about travel has changed. Nearly half say they're willing to pay more for a hotel where you can socially distance, and 91% say the ability to travel is most important to their happiness. The report also found more people are traveling to local destinations they never would have normally visited. So when it comes to traveling for peace of mind, get an auto protection plan with CarShield. CarShield protects their members from the high cost of auto repairs. Call 1-800-505-9619 for a free quote. I'm all about local travel. I love, like, we're here in Denver, so we can go like 2 hours away to like Vail, 3 hours away to Aspen. I still haven't been to Steamboat. I like local travel. Do you like local travel?
Yes. I think I'm actually going to get a pass this year for snowboarding.
Ooh.
I haven't gotten a pass in like probably 4 years, but it looks like we're going to be in Colorado, so I'm going to go to the mountains more often.
Jeff, I didn't even know what she meant by a pass. Like, she's way cooler than I am. Do you have a pass? Are you going to get a pass?
No, but I do want to try skiing a little bit. I don't want to hurt myself, but I do want to take the kids and have them experience, you know, everything Colorado has to offer.
Oh my
you
God,
guys
you're a skier?
You should do a family lesson.
He's a skier? You don't want to snowboard?
Huh?
You don't want to snowboard? You want to ski?
Jeff, you should
Listen,
definitely get the
I don't
boys
even
on a
care.
board.
To be honest with you, I'm not going skiing. That's the truth. I'm not even going.
Okay, just put the boys on a board. Just start them off on a board.
See, she said board, on a board.
Like, don't start them off skiing.
because it's cooler. I got it now. I got you.
I think it's easier to learn skiing later than it is to learn boarding. Trust me, I learned to board when I was like 28 years old, and it hurt.
Yeah, and it is cooler. We'll be right back. Jeff on skis.
Promotional consideration.
Tonight is the start of the Jewish New Year. It is called Rosh Hashanah, and hopefully with the start of the new year, we can put this past one behind us because let's face it, it has been pretty terrible. I'm excited. You know, my husband's Jewish. We will be celebrating tonight.
Happy Rosh Hashanah.
Thank you. Jeff, is Jeff even here? Bye, guys. Thanks, Jeff. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Oh, man.
We're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston back together on screen. The flirty moments that have fans dreaming of a real-life romance.
Hi, Brad. You know how cute I always thought you were. I think you're so sexy.
Inside Lori Loughlin's upcoming cushy prison stay. Yoga, arts and crafts, music lessons. Is this a punishment or a vacation? The first story from our new series, Freedom Files, Wrongfully Convicted.
She said, this is the man that killed your husband. Wasn't a question, it was a statement.
How one man survived 13 years in prison for a murder he didn't commit.
I had to fight for my freedom, and that's exactly what I did.
And Charlie's Angels actress Cheryl Ladd tells DBL what it was like filling Farrah Fawcett's shoes on the hit show.
Oh, she had the best hair. Hands down, no question.
Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to DBL. It is Friday, September 18th. I'm Sam here with Erica. Now, Jeff, I'm going to bring you in before Erica does her iconic Friday so we can all feel it. What day is it today, Erica?
Well, happy Friday.
Yes. Hey, Jeff.
Jeff.
What's going on, ladies?
Oh, you know, just enjoying the week. In fact, DBL viewers, as we mentioned, it is Friday. Well, there certainly are some headlines from Joe Biden's town hall, of course, and the president's rally in Wisconsin, but we need a little break this Friday.
Yes, we do.
So we're going to leave all the politics behind. Instead, can we please talk about that Fast Times at Ridgemont High table read? Now, if you missed it, there were all kinds of big stars, Julia Roberts, Matthew McConaughey, Jimmy Kimmel, to name a few. Well, let's first begin by checking out this flirty exchange between exes Jennifer Aniston, who played Linda, and Brad Pitt, who played Brad. Take a look.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Brad.
Dissolved to exterior Hamilton Pool, Brad's Daydream. It features Linda Barrett just as she stood on the diving board a moment ago. Her eyes are filled with desire as she says,
Hi, Brad. You know how cute I always thought you were. I think you're so sexy. Will you come to me?
they're just about to fall into passionate love-making when we hear,
Hey, Brad, do you have any cute...
Wait, just a minute.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I did not know anybody was in here.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And that's not all. There was also this little hello between the two before the table read. Watch this.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Aniston.
Hi, Pitt.
How you doing?
Good, honey. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right.
none of you guys have gotten a haircut.
COVID.
Okay, so first and foremost, if you guys watched it last night, you know that we skipped over some really racy scenes. You all know the pool scene from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So watching the two of those, Jeff, I mean, because I see you nodding your head, do that scene and seeing how much Brad Pitt was blushing, how much Julia Roberts was blushing, and then, of course, the evil laugh from Jimmy Kimmel. I was eating it up. What'd you make of it?
That's a group chat I want to be part of. You know what I mean? I'm part of all these other ones that I don't want to be. I want to be in that one.
I feel like that was a personal attack. What you trying to say? We can easily be Schroeder out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
No, not you guys. I sent you the Bieber thing. I thought that was nice yesterday in our group chat.
I do appreciate, and it's kind of like a Rickroll, only we could be talking about anything in the world, and Jeff will just insert Justin Bieber.
She's right.
Anything.
She's right.
Yeah.
No more from
you.
you,
Are you waiting
Jeff?
for me to talk? What do you guys think about it?
That's all. So that's your comments on Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt. That's just a group chat you want to be a part of? Come on, give me something juicy. Did you think they were being flirtatious?
Don't we have Shia Labeouf's thing?
Yeah, we do.
Don't we have Shia Labeouf's? I'm waiting for Shia LaBeouf.
Okay,
I
so
don't care. Listen, if you're still waiting on Brad and Jen to get together 20 years later,
Yes.
you're a loser.
Okay,
sorry. There you go.
I'm a loser with a capital L because I saw them flirting, Erica. Were they flirting in your opinion?
I think that they are really giving the people what the people want.
Because they are actors.
Yes,
oh,
exactly.
Man. Well, I bought it and I ate it up. Okay, so let's talk about Shia because Jeff wants to take it there. A lot of people are also talking about him because he took on that classic role of surfer, stoner Jeff Spicoli, which was originally, of course, played by Sean Penn flawlessly. Well, here's a look at how Shia played it. Watch.
Don't just come on. Just come on.
You see the sign?
Can you just come on? Are you just come? Can you just come on? All right.
I loved it. So just for reference, here's a look at Sean Penn in the original film.
You guys had shirts on when you came in here.
Something happened to him, Mom.
Come on, Spicoli, just put the shirts back on. You see that sign?
No shirt, no shoes, no dives.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Jeff, so you have the floor. How do you think that Shia Labeouf did?
Listen, I don't mind his choice for making it different than the real Spicoli. Jeff Spicoli is such an iconic character, you're never going to do better than Sean Penn did. So you got to take it a different direction. And to make a choice like that in front of all those amazing actors and just be Shia LaBeouf, I mean, that's bravery right there.
I'm with you right there. I thought he did a great job. And coming from Santa Cruz, California, like Spicoli was like all my exes, just so you know. Yeah, Erica. Okay, so Erica, I got to get your take on this. It's a story that just doesn't seem to go away. We've got new details about the prison, if that's what you want to call it, where Lori Loughlin will serve her time. And let me tell you, no Alcatraz, you guys. Lori will spend her 2 months at this federal correctional institution. It's called Satellite Camp in Victorville, California. But wait until you hear what activities it offers. Are you ready? Yoga, Pilates, origami, music lessons, cartoon drawing, crochet, leather crafting, if that's even a thing, and ceramics. Erica.
Yes.
This is ridiculous.
What's ridiculous about it? She's going to the Federal Correctional Institution for Wayward Housewives in Victorville, which is appropriate because this is a major victory for Lori Loughlin. You know, what is there to say about it?
You're not surprised?
I'm not surprised, but I do think that initially people were like, I would pay for a vacation like this. And she has paid for a vacation like this because it's $500,000 to an institution that her daughters will never graduate from, additional $250,000 fine. That's not including what her husband's been fined, and then over $1 million in attorney's fees, and all that money she lost in that fire sale, because you know that she lost a lot of money, like probably about $10 million on trying to get rid of that big house in order to get to the little one, which is still bigger than all of our homes combined. But I'm just saying, she paid to go here, let's be honest.
Erica's right. Now, before we go, really quickly, Jeff, you did not think that she was going to do any time at all. So she's doing some time, even if it's glamorous time.
Yeah, well, the doors haven't closed yet, so I still got a chance.
Really? Okay. So you think maybe she'll be doing...
I'm just trying to save face. I think she's going in there. I'm just trying to save a little face here.
You can admit when you're wrong, Jeff. It's okay. Jeff, stick around. Coming up on DBL, it is Fact or Fiction Friday with our medical expert, Dr. Payal Kohli. Do not miss her vital information, plus thousands of innocent people are behind bars right now. We are telling their heart-wrenching stories in our new series, Freedom Files, Wrongfully Convicted. Don't miss it.
Introducing the future of...
Welcome back to DBL. It is Fact or Fiction Friday, where we bring in our medical expert to help us debunk or confirm claims about COVID-19, often spread online. Dr. Payal Kohli joining us live this Friday. Welcome, Doc.
Hi, ladies.
Hey,
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Okay, so our first one says the CDC has released guidelines for coronavirus without adequately reviewing and vetting them. Okay, doctor, fact or fiction?
Oh boy, I wish I could say that this one was a fiction, but it's actually a fact. So the news came out just this morning from a source inside the CDC that some of the guidelines released by the CDC, such as the ones about asymptomatic testing, were not written by the CDC. They did not undergo review by the director of science. They didn't undergo fact checking, and they just got published online in the dead of the night without undergoing the proper scientific process. And I have to say, so many disturbing things have happened during this pandemic, but this, to me, as a physician, is probably the most disturbing and really does make me lose faith in the CDC as a person and as a doctor.
Wow. That is insane. All right, our next one says, masks that protect me from coronavirus will also protect me from wildfire smoke. Is that fact or fiction?
A lot of people are wondering about this, and this one is a fiction. So the most common masks that we wear, the cloth mask, the surgical mask, they work great for the coronavirus, but they don't actually filter out those pollutants from the wildfire smoke. So unfortunately, this one is a fiction.
Wow. Okay, so this is our very last one. Quote, even though the United States has the most number of cases of any other country, we have a low number of deaths. Is that fact or fiction, Doc?
That's another fiction. And again, I'm sad to say that that's a fiction, because despite only making up 4% of the world's population, we account for nearly a quarter of the world's deaths. And so we have the most number of cases, the most number of deaths, and arguably we're the most advanced nation in the world. And I think this reflects on the way that we've handled the pandemic from day one.
Wow, I just want Dr. Coley to be in charge. Dr. Coley, we just want you to be in charge. I would have more faith. I'm still really disturbed by that CDC fact or fiction. Thank you for clarifying. Have a great weekend, Dr. Coley. Thank you. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. Imagine being convicted of a crime that you did not commit. That's the reality for thousands of people in this country. Earlier, Jeff and I sat down with Christopher Scott, a man who was wrongfully convicted of capital murder. That's today's premiere episode of our new series, Freedom Files, Wrongfully Convicted. Dallas, Texas, the night of April 6th, 1997, Alfonso Aguilar is shot and killed at a relative's home during a suspected burglary, and his wife is sexually assaulted. Christopher Scott is visiting his friend, Claude Simmons, who lives just a couple blocks away from the murder. After visiting a 7-Eleven in the area, the two men go back to Claude's. Police spot the men as they walk inside Claude's home. The men are told to come outside since they fit the descriptions of the suspects. Two African-American men, one tall, one short, dark complexion, short hair. Both men are arrested and taken in for questioning. They are supposed to be put into a lineup for the victim's widow to identify, but Christopher never makes it that far.
They immediately handcuffed me to a bench and put me up behind a big, thick plexiglass window. I see a African-American female cop walking with a Hispanic lady, and the cop pointed directly at me. She said, "This is the man that killed your husband." She said it again. "This is the man that killed your husband." Wasn't a question, it was a statement. And the Hispanic lady said, "See, that's him."
6 months later, Christopher goes to trial for capital murder. The prosecution's case relies solely on the identification from Alfonso's widow. There is no ballistic evidence, no DNA evidence, not one other piece of evidence tying the men to the crime.
Every piece of evidence that we had to prove our innocence, the judge threw it out.
Leaving Christopher's fate in the hands of one woman and an all-white jury.
I said the only thing of color in this courtroom is me and the furniture. Everything else is white.
Christopher's capital murder trial lasts 3 hours. Deliberations are just over 45 minutes, and he is found guilty. The judge tells Christopher she isn't giving him the death penalty, instead, life in prison.
I almost thanked her because I said, at least you give me a chance to fight for my life again. When I walked through that gate, said I might not ever come out alive on the other side of these gates.
With shackles around his wrists and ankles, Christopher's new reality sinks in. Once inside, Christopher makes the toughest decision of his life, telling his young kids to never visit him again. To survive, he builds a daily routine to keep himself distracted. His days are spent working in the prison's kitchen, lifting weights, reading books, and watching his favorite soap opera. In 2005, students at the University of Texas at the Arlington Innocence Network begin re-investigating his case. They discover that an inmate in a different prison across town has confessed to the killing. After both he and Christopher pass polygraph tests, Christopher finally hears the words he has been dreaming of for 13 years.
Today, you are a free man.
Hey, Christopher. It's Samantha and Jeff here. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us.
And thanks for having me. I'm excited to do it.
We were talking, me and my co-host Sam, about the difficulties that someone goes through in life. No matter how hard they are, and yours is horrific, you come out a better person, and how the mind deals with that is fascinating to me.
Hey, I appreciate it. Going through that, that experience I went through, it just taught me a lot to, never take anything for granted. You got to fight for what you want. And I had to fight for my freedom, and that's exactly what I did.
At one point in your case, the death penalty could have been your sentence. Did you ever prepare yourself for that fate?
Yeah, well, like when I went to jail, my trial didn't start until like 7 months after I was in jail. So in that particular time, I had to get myself prepared to die. Because at the same time, you didn't know how the court was going to rule in my favor.
Amazing story, Christopher. You spent 13 years in prison to catch people up as an innocent man. Now, as a dad myself, I couldn't imagine missing out on my children's life for that long. Your kids actually were grown by the time you were released, unfortunately. With everything you've been through, do you hold any resentment whatsoever?
No, I do not. Like I say, my first year in prison, I had all the resentment in the world for the criminal justice system, for the cops, for the judge, for the individual that said I did this horrific crime to her husband. So I had ill will about the first year. But after that first year, you got to understand something. You're not going to survive being angry. You don't want anything to stagnate you from trying to help yourself, put yourself in a better position as to getting back home to my kids. Because when I went to prison, my kids was 4 and 5 years old. So that was the only thing that was on my mind was to get out and be back with my family and my kids again.
Right. No, Christopher, you are a better person than I. That is for sure.
And since being released, you chose to become an advocate, investigating cases by those who say they have been wrongfully convicted. Why did you choose to do this?
I was once one of those same persons in prison for a crime I didn't commit. I had many sleepless nights laying in my bunk, knowing that I was innocent, knowing I was innocent. So when I saw that, my first thing was like, when I get out, I'm gonna start me an organization that fights wrongfully convicted, because who would better to know what to look for from a person that was wrongfully convicted?
We thank you, Christopher. You are incredible. Thank you for joining DBL. Thank you for sharing your remarkable story. You truly are making a difference. For those of you that want to follow Christopher or help others like him, visit his website, houseofrenewedhope.org. Thank you, Christopher.
Thank you for having me.
You know, Eric and I were talking. I just can't imagine letting go of that resentment and anger.
I can't either. I mean, I think of the exonerated 5 as well. You know, these men and women have had their lives taken from them. And we should all be angry because our streets aren't safer having innocent people behind bars for crimes they didn't commit.
Amen. And think about how it affected their families.
Right.
So you have all these people that it affects. And yeah, I don't know how you forgive after that, but clearly he did. What an inspiring man. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to DBL. Jeff working from home. Okay, Erica, you have comments.
I do. Veronica says, Sam, I'm sorry all your exes were like Spicoli. That is no way to go through your formative years.
Hey, I grew up in Santa Cruz. They all surf and skate, and there's a lot of weed there, too.
Bethany says, I am just watching Fast Times at Ridgemont High table read. It is awesome. They really made it work. And Jane said, the only thing that would make 2020 better is if Jen and Brad got back together.
Jeff, what do you make of that?
You stood on the diving board a moment
Dude,
ago.
watch some Frozen. Let it go. Let it go. It ain't happening.
Oh my God, Jeff just sang Frozen. Wow, Jeff, I'm impressed. I'm proud of you. Are your kids fans of Frozen like Sophie is?
They love it. Frozen 2, Frozen 1, freeze everything.
Yeah, it's the best. It is. Okay, so if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up on DBL. Your first look at Bieber's new music video. Yup, and personal revelations from Paris Hilton's eye-opening documentary. DBL is new every day. We will be right back.
Is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Erica. It is Friday, and we're listening to Justin Bieber's new song, Holy. So Jeff, who is a huge believer, by the way, joins us from home. So let's get right to it.
See, wait a minute. We already heard this song, Sam, because we got Bieber bumped. It's kind of like the Rickroll, except it's anytime anything's happening in the world, we could be talking about it, and Jeff will just insert a Justin Bieber song. So that happened on our group text last night, and it made me think, Jeff, if you found out that your two sons could sing, would we have a Schro Bros in our future?
Schro Bros!
Dude, it was my dream to be in a boy band, and you know I'll be the momager. We need to come up with a dadager, but you better believe I want to be in a man band.
Oh my God, he's going to be like Kris Jenner, you guys. No. By the way, Jeff, Justin Bieber, what was really cool, he did tackle the economic realities of the pandemic in his new video. And the song also featured another collaboration with his friend Chance the Rapper. Watch. The video shows Justin as a laid-off oil worker who's taken in by an army soldier played by actor Wilmer Valderrama from that 70s show. Now, his girlfriend is played by one-time Bieber superfan and singer Ryan Destiny. Okay, so Jeff, yes, we had, oh my God!
The lead singer of the show, bros!
Lawson, how are you, my love?
We got the future little Biebs right here. Say hi, buddy.
Hi.
Right on cue. We were talking about Biebs, and he just knew, and he came up.
Lawson, did you hear the song? Was Lawson jamming out to the Bieber song?
Last night I was playing it, and then we had to go to bed, and he's like, Dad, can we play more songs? So I played it a couple of times last night. Listen, let's be honest. Okay, buddy, sorry, you could go. You good, buddy? I'm telling you, that song's amazing. I think the message that it sends amazing. The diversity in that song's amazing. Chance the Rapper's amazing. What's not to like about it?
Yeah, and Erica, Chance the Rapper and him have a really close friendship, which I don't know if a lot of people know that, but they collaborate quite well. They've done a few songs already together.
I really enjoyed it, and since we got Bieber bullied, what is it? What did I call it?
Yeah.
Bieber bumped.
Bieber bumped.
We got Bieber bumped. It has been an earworm.
It is an earworm.
Yeah.
It's a good song. Yeah, it's I was going to say summer jam, but it's fall now, so a good fall jam, I guess you could say. Okay, so Paris Hilton is taking some of the blame for the selfie-obsessed society that we've now become. In her new documentary, This Is Paris, she admits guilt over the way young girls are obsessed with social media today. Watch.
And now I see even little girls who are 10 years old, 9 years old, and they're trying to get the perfect selfie. They're putting the filters on. They can't even look at themselves on the phone without putting a filter. I can't even imagine being like a 13-year-old girl today.
Do you feel responsible for it? I mean, many people have said you're the architect of that.
I do feel responsible for it.
In the YouTube doc, Paris also tells her sister Nikki she hasn't been on vacation since she was 15 because she works nonstop. Now, some fans, however, are calling her out considering she's always posting images from exotic locations. Well, those are work trips, people. I just have to say, like, the girl is a hustler. You can like her, you can not like her, but she's constantly working. And unfortunately, when a lot of these influencers and celebrities are working, they do have to go to different locales. I mean, I don't know, or Jeff, am I wrong for saying that? Do you think that she was lying in the documentary?
No, you know what, Sam? I kind of changed my tune on Paris Hilton because she is a hustler. It's not her fault she was born, and she was with a silver spoon in her mouth. I mean, she's the daughter of the Hiltons. Obviously, she's got some money, but she's turned that into an empire herself. I do give her a lot of credit, and you know what? Growing up is a part of that. When you're younger, that's hot, you take selfies, and that's the image you portray, and then you grow up, and then you're like, what was I doing when I was 20 years old? I wasn't. Listen, she's learning, and I'm proud of her for doing that.
Erica?
I just find the traveling conversation to be so funny because I used to feel like, oh, if I could just go to these. And then you're like, wait a minute, I'm here. Everyone around me is having the time of their life. And I am cooped up, like, working and not outside. And it, like, almost is kind of like, it's a double-edged sword because you're, like, technically there, but you see, like, the airport and, like, maybe a hotel.
It's true. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. And I do think that you guys all should watch the documentary because not only do you see those little, scenes that we just saw you where she comes off very vulnerable, very transparent, but she opens up of a lot of abuse that she endured at a boarding school. And at this boarding school that she was at for years, she actually had to go to a few different boarding schools because she would run away. She suffered physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse. So, and she says that, even now when she looks around at her material world, she's not happy.
And I do want to say, because I know people are rolling their eyes like, oh, boarding school was so bad. This wasn't a boarding school. This was a program, right? And I know I had friends in high school who experienced this. I know people who have experienced this who are now speaking out about it. And I think it's really time that we stop calling these places boarding schools because they were absolutely prisons for young people.
Well said.
So,
yeah, she was in solitary confinement, naked. So let's just remember that, and I beg you to check out the documentary before you form an opinion. Okay, so Chrissy Teigen isn't one to hold her tongue. No, she's not, but she made a bit of a slip on Instagram by accidentally revealing her baby's gender. Take a look.
Anyways, it's super weak. It's so weird because the baby's really, really healthy and he's big. He's probably good. Oops. I'm stupid. Anyway.
Oh my gosh, in case you missed it, she's having a boy. Last month, Chrissy also revealed her third child with husband John Legend was a bit of a quarantine surprise. Erica is laughing.
I'll never forget where I was when Sam slipped up and revealed the gender of her baby.
Before anyone knew. Before some of my siblings knew.
We were at a restaurant and I had a soup dumpling. Now y'all know a soup dumpling is very fragile. You got to get it in your mouth right away. And it fell off my chopstick. And I just looked up and Sam's like, and I was like, I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, because
I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to mess it up.
That's so true. Jeff, no one knew. And nowadays, you learn the gender so soon because you can learn through a blood test. So, it's barely been 10 weeks. And yeah, Eric and I were out to dinner and I was describing his nursery and his this. And then Erica her eyes opened up and I'm like, oh my God. And I think I just learned that day. Did you?
You did?
Yes, I think I did.
You didn't even last 24 hours.
I know. I don't even think my parents knew. Did you and Jordan ever go through anything like that, Jeff?
No, but not for the gender reveal, but when I was getting engaged to Jordan, I had to keep it a surprise. I hate secrets. I'd rather just tell everybody everything and so I don't have to hold anything in. It was a surprise engagement and I was hiding the iPad and my phone in the bathroom with me because people were texting me left and right. I'm like, stop texting me, it's a surprise. And Jordan actually called her mom and she's like, he's cheating on me. He's never brought the phone or iPad into the bathroom. I had to hide everything. I was going crazy. She almost broke up with me.
Oh, okay, so speaking of phones, if you have an iPhone, you may have noticed some changes.
That was the...
Good transition.
You could at least pretended you liked that story.
What? What is it?
You could at least pretended you liked that story.
I've heard the story before.
We did, but 7 times ago.
Yeah, we've heard it many times.
Wow. I told a good story and you guys are like, cool. Wow. I'm just going to leave.
Jeff.
It's Friday. I'm just going to cut out a little early.
Don't you dare cut out a little early. You know what? You could and just put your son in your seat.
Ooh.
Maybe he won't retell the same story. Oh, I got the pew, 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 pew. Wow. I love you, Jeff. I really do. Plus, I wanted to capitalize on that transition.
It was a great transition.
Yeah, the next story is about iPhone. So I was just trying to do my job, okay? Okay, so you may have noticed some changes to the iPhone with the latest update. One of the new privacy features is a yellow dot that appears at the top of your screen whenever an app is using your microphone or camera. Facebook has recently been under fire for allegations that its Instagram app was accessing iPhone cameras even when they weren't being used. Oh, Erica, you are the security. You know everything about security. I know that you're very cautious. Did you know about this?
I did not.
Do you know now?
I do, because you just told me. Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome.
Because I was listening.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm just under the impression that
you're always being watched.
Right. And I have to tell, we have surveillance, and I tell my husband all the time, I'm like, you cannot be going out in certain places doing whatever you're doing, because
people are watching.
Right.
Yeah, Anthony doesn't think anyone's watching.
He doesn't care.
I don't think anyone's watching. My husband's like Erica. How are you and Jordan? Are you the more cautious one or Jordan?
DBL Nation, we have 10 new markets. So if you heard my old stories, I'm playing to our new markets now.
I'm glad you told the story. Just don't I'm not a good actor like you are, Pastor Paul. So don't expect me to react like I do the first time because I'm just not a good actress like you.
All right, I'm just saying, I'm playing to the new audience. They're going to like me a little bit better because they know more about me.
They probably will. Really quickly, I want to know if you're more cautious, you and Jordan. Who's more cautious?
I wasn't listening. I was stewing the whole time you were reading.
He really was.
I knew.
We're gonna get Bieber
so
bumped.
well. I know. Jeff, please stick around. I hope you do. Coming up on DBL, iconic television actress Cheryl Ladd, the Charlie's Angels star, dishes on filling Farrah Fawcett's shoes on the hit show.
Monday on DBL, we've got your Emmys wrap-up, the winners, the losers, and the big surprises when Entertainment Tonight host Kevin Frazier joins us to break it all down. That's Monday on DBL.
Welcome back to DBL. Is Rob showing my slippers? It is Friday. Cheryl Ladd got her big break as a Charlie's Angel, and today she's breaking all the molds, defining what it means to age with optimism. Tori caught up with her earlier in today's Chatting with the Stars.
Cheryl Ladd is so excited. Welcome to DBL. I already said your cheekbones could cut open in the morning. They're so gorgeous. I want to ask you how you've been holding up during the pandemic. What has Cheryl Ladd been doing?
It's been a bit trying, I think, for all of us in many ways. I try to stay optimistic. I walk, I exercise, and I do all those things, but that wasn't helping my eyesight. My eyesight was really getting worse and worse and worse. At night, when I was driving, I started feeling really insecure because everything, all the lights were blurry. I couldn't tell how far the cars were away. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, is this what my life is going to be? And it was really making me feel depressed. So I went to the doctor and he told me I had cataracts. Wow. I thought, yeah, my grandparents had cataracts. I have cataracts? I didn't know anything about cataracts. And he said not to worry. I had cataract surgery. It has given me my 12-year-old eyesight back.
Wow.
I don't feel old. I feel younger because I can see everything again.
That's insane. I have to tell you that when I was 11, I started seeing what you're seeing, where I couldn't see the lights everywhere. It got really big, it got blurry, and I couldn't eventually see the chalkboard. And when they gave me the glasses, the second you could see again, the confidence inside was almost bigger than being able to see outside. Do you know what I'm saying a little bit?
When you don't have your eyesight, you don't really feel like you're in the world. And there's so many beautiful things to see. And I have to tell you, when I got that first one in, it was like somebody turned a light switch off.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because cataracts, they're like a film, and everything looked kind of sepia and blah, monochromatic looking to me. And when I opened my eye and I could see the world, it was like, wow! It was like stepping into Oz. Everything was in color.
It goes to color. I know. I completely understand. I went outside the glasses store and I saw a leaf, and I was like, I could hear a theme song. Hallelujah.
It's a powerful thing, and I'm so happy to be able to share this with people.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little girls who went to the police academy. But I took them away from all that, and now they work for me. My name is Charlie.
We wanted to know, when you replaced Miss Fawcett, Farrah Fawcett, in Charlie's Angels, which was more intimidating, living up to fans' expectations or to Farrah's hair?
Oh, she had the best hair. Hands down, no question.
Best hair.
She won all the hair contests for sure. She had great hair. I don't know if you know the story, but when I went, Aaron won. I had worked for Aaron a few times and other things, and he wanted me to do it. He said, I want you to replace Farrah. And I said, how is anybody going to do that?
Right.
Nobody can go in and try to be Farrah. That is just not going to work. Aaron's genius was, well, and what if you're Bill's little sister, so you're already family?
Done.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Now I know how to make Chris Monroe. Now I know who she is.
Yeah. You gave her 3 dimensions, which I think most people really appreciate. Cheryl Ladd, it was a big honor to talk with you. Thank you so much for chatting, and thanks for stopping by. We'll be right back.
Daily Sparkle to your life. We're giving away the official Daytime Emmy gift bag, filled with luxury products worth more than $5,000. Here's how you can win. Send us a video telling us about your quarantine, how your life has changed, new hobbies, or plans you had to cancel, and what you look forward to the most once the pandemic is over. The winner will be announced Friday, September 25th, and become the owner of the official Daytime Emmy gift bag.
Hi, I'm Lori. Welcome back to DBL. When it comes to overall happiness, a majority of people say traveling is key. So we're going to chat about it on today's DBL Drive, sponsored by CarShield. A new American Express survey says the way we think about travel has changed. Nearly half say they're willing to pay more for a hotel where you can socially distance, and 91% say the ability to travel is most important to their happiness. The report also found more people are traveling to local destinations they
never would have normally visited. So when it comes to traveling, for peace of mind, get an auto protection plan with CarShield. CarShield protects their members from the high cost of auto repairs. Call 1-800-505-9619 for a free quote. I'm all about local travel. I love, like, we're here in Denver, so we can go like 2 hours away to like Vail, 3 hours away to Aspen. I still haven't been to Steamboat. I like local travel. Do you like local travel?
Yes, I think I'm actually going to get a pass this year for snowboarding.
Ooh,
I haven't gotten a pass in like probably 4 years, but it looks like we're going to be in Colorado, so I'm going to go to the mountains more often.
Jeff, I didn't even know what she meant by a pass. Like, she's way cooler than I am. Do you have a pass? Are you going to get a pass?
No, but I do want to try skiing a little bit. I don't want to hurt myself, but I do want to take the kids and have them experience, you know, everything Colorado has to offer.
Oh my
You
God, you're a
guys
skier?
should. You should do a family lesson.
He's a skier? You don't want to snowboard?
Huh?
You don't want to snowboard? You want to ski?
Jeff, you should
Listen,
definitely get the
I don't
boys
even
on a
care.
board.
To be honest with you, I'm not going skiing. That's the truth. I'm not even going.
Okay, just put the boys on a board. Just start them off on a board.
See, she said board, on a board.
Like, don't start them off skiing.
because it's cooler. I got it now. I gotcha.
I think it's easier to learn skiing later than it is to learn boarding. Trust me, I learned to board when I was like 28 years old, and it hurt.
Yeah, and it is cooler. We'll be right back. Jeff on skis.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Before we go, tonight is the start of the Jewish New Year. It is called Rosh Hashanah, and hopefully with the start of the new year, we can put this past one behind us because let's face it, it has been pretty terrible. I'm excited. You know, my husband's Jewish. We will be celebrating tonight.
Happy Rosh Hashanah.
Thank you. Jeff, is Jeff even here? Bye, guys. Thanks, Jeff. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Oh, man.